Yeah. All right.
I had to double check.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty
So I
sure
took
spells like
the
that
plus
already.
10.
I'm pretty sure spells like that already don't stack. Like,
Yeah, there's a thing in the game
like
where
bless. Yeah, bless wouldn't stack.
no, bless doesn't stack. It's the
Yeah.
same thing like spirit guardian. You
Yeah.
can't stack that, or
Yeah.
like spirit shroud. You can't stack that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's do a real quick recap. So the last time we got together, we started the campaign of the Feywild. You guys suddenly appearing in this temple, this Palace of the Dusk, where you guys are in like this just abandoned, destroyed palace, and there to meet you is a cat that speaks, a creature called Ubala that is apparently guiding you guys somewhere, and a couple of you being very hesitant. Creature, yeah, you are. I mean, you are technically a creature. But you guys, after a couple of you are very hesitant to follow Ubala, which would be Riven and Dragon, you guys followed Ubala out and, excuse me, Jesus, decided to go, yeah, decided to go over through the mountain. Or over the mountain, climb over the mountain, and try to get to the shore as fast as possible, where Ubala had her crew waiting of goblins and a few lizard folk for kind of protection. You guys boarding, kind of looking behind, hearing some strange noises at night. Could be anything from earth elementals to, you know, unknown creatures, skinwalkers, wendigos, who knows? You guys did see a couple deer on the way, and you know, continued onto the boat where you guys had just left for your journey. The ship is pretty tightly packed, as you guys can see on the screen, and that's kind of where we're at right now. One thing to note, we did have Annie change his characters just altogether, so Matthias is no more. He's dead and never existed in any reality whatsoever, and it is Dragon, which is a Autumn Eladrin. So that is the current situation there. And yeah,
we just straight up know he's like an Eladrin. Like
yeah, it's pretty obvious he's an Autumn Eladrin. It's
Okay.
plainly obvious. Yeah,
Who was
Nerd.
Matthias? I forgot.
he was the human looking character. It was Annie's like character he made up first, and then he changed it. But you know,
Alright.
it's fine.
What was he?
Oh, he was a shifter.
Yeah, he was a shifter.
Yeah, he was a shifter.
That's why he growled at the cat.
Yeah.
That's why he growled at you.
Yeah.
Turn to a wolf. Wild hunt wolf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some blood. I'll be right back.
Yep. But now he's an Autumn Eladrin. Still as aggressive, still aggroed, and the lizard folk still look at you with a little bit of hunger.
Yuppie.
But you guys currently are on the ship right now and are on your way to a prophetess, so to at least what you, as far as you know. So you know.
From what we've been told.
Yeah. So right now, a couple of you are most of you right now are kind of underneath. You've been set into like this place where it's kind of like a extra storage space, but it's kind of cramped down there since this is a ship for goblins essentially. But yeah, you guys are able to kind of speak amongst yourselves or do whatever, but you know, you guys are kind of all there, just kind of wondering what's going on. A couple of you kind of came here without any knowledge, not knowing how or why, and only one of you seems to know what's going on, or at least is confident about what's happening to you all and why you have been quote unquote chosen by this unknown deity. So yeah, before I let you guys continue onward, we're gonna do our famous encounter checks. So
Oh boy.
first off,
Oh boy.
I will have Annie. If you want to go ahead and roll me a pure luck check, please.
Pray for Travis.
Yeah.
I would like the captain of the ship to make his roll first, please.
19.
Nice.
Cool.
Pretty good.
All right. Yeah, not bad. So, you guys are in the
Almost Travis.
Yeah, almost Travis. You guys are on the ship at the moment and kind of crammed in at this point. This ship seems to be going pretty fast, and you guys, Ubala, you would know that your captain. Let me pull up his name real quick. Your captain would be kind of sailing close enough to the shore, to kind of make sure that you guys aren't out in the middle of the ocean. You guys can at least stay 1,000 feet from the shore, so it's a pretty decent, it's a pretty decent length, but it's still close enough where you're not out wide in the ocean. Currently, you're kind of sailing between two of the islands at the moment. You are sailing. Let me go ahead and pull up my map real quick.
The boiling.
So right now, you're between the island of Dusk's Heart and also the Warm Blended Lands.
Blooded?
Warm blended. It could be blooded. Depends. But currently, you guys are kind of in like a, the in between of those two islands, where there's plenty of space in between those islands. So the ship has plenty of room to sail between it, and you're kind of headed north towards kind of like the ocean of the Autumn Court. So.
Just an FYI, I think I mentioned to you, I would have directed them directly to the opposite coast, just to sail the coast instead.
Okay. Yeah. They. Captain Kilov will for sure kind of keep that in mind as he is kind of manning the ship along with his crew. So you guys are kind of in this boat, kind of tightly fitted, and just going with the flow at the moment. So,
I guess Baba could speak now more freely since she's not in a rush. So.
Yeah, you for sure feel a lot safer now that you're kind of on water. At least in between islands, there's not much that can really get in without being very obvious. But yeah, you feel like you can speak, easier.
You are all free to ask your questions.
No.
Just no.
Sure. What kind of wood is this boat made out of?
You can make an investigation check.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and see like what kind of
Leon absolutely just like ask the weirdest question you can think of as soon as the opportunity presents itself. But
yeah,
All
investigation.
I heard was,
Yeah.
what is the wood?
I had my D4 for deductive intuition.
Oh, okay.
A 14.
14. So the planks of this ship look like they're a little dried out. They seem to be
Like
almost
seasoned.
Yeah. It seems almost to be like it's made out of like dead wood. Yes, the wood is made out of wood, but as far as you know, which you kind of would imagine that a boat that's on the sea, like most of the time, or at least you would imagine if they're this good at sailing, the fact that the wood is still dry even at the bottom and on the sides of the ship at the bottom, and it's still kind of bone dry, means that there is kind of an enhancement with the wood. And you coming from the summer court, you would know that every court, each kind of plant life, and depending on where you're at in the biome, has a very unique property. You would know for the summer court that the trees are pretty much healthy and are kind of just like what you would imagine is a healthy regular tree. And regardless of if they've been chopped down or if they've been kind of broken down, they will remain that way for eternity until they are either changed by a magical property or they're taken out of the biome itself and something else is done to it.
Sucks for firewood. All of the good noble houses have to import their firewood.
Exactly. Yeah. That's not uncommon. But yeah, you see that the wood on the ship is bone dry. Now, whether or not it's strong enough, that is a different story. But you would imagine that it makes for good sailing. I mean, the boat's pretty lighter than usual, which you do kind of realize with a 14 investigation. You're going pretty fast on water at the moment.
I definitely pick up a splinter and just straight up lick it.
Yeah. Yeah, you lick the splinter. You definitely get a splinter in your tongue. So
Stuck in your tongue now.
Yeah.
Sounds like Magna
No,
Ray licked wood.
questions about
Marble.
you. What was your first kiss?
What?
Are you asking me?
All right. How long is it gonna like? How long until we get there? Like, is this gonna take a while or what?
My friend, it is a strange journey. It is across waters, dangerous waters, of course. So it could vary. It depends if we have to slow down due to weather and so on. But
Make
I don't.
a history check, Ubala.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like the minimum amount of time we're talking here, or the maximum, whatever.
15.
15.
You would imagine that this journey on this boat is particularly fast, and for good reason. It's pretty much a small kind of cargo boat. It's not like a fishing boat where it requires a lot of weight to be pulled, but you would imagine
Get the
maybe
fuck outta here, boo.
yeah, exactly. Maybe 5 or 6 days before you get to the island itself.
To reach the prophetess, it will be 5 to 6 days. Do not worry. Take a seat.
5 to
Relax.
6 days. Okay.
I can
So,
answer
good-
all
good to
your
know.
questions. Just
Answer
don't
all our
antagonize the
questions.
crew.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Are you one of the crew?
Me? Technically, yes. Technically, no.
How many of you are there? Your group. You know,
So
how
am I
many,
allowed
you
to
know,
call you then?
obviously you belong to the group here. So
But they are in service out of favor.
hmm,
My old friend Fade allowed me to recruit these people.
Bee eater.
One of the mightiest of hunters from well his age at least. Not anymore. He's old, but you know.
What do you hunt?
You can assume, my friend. He got his name for a reason. The taste of Fey to the lizard folk that are not natural to this land, just like myself. I am not natural. No, I am. What the fuck? Oh, they are. They love to eat the Fey because the Fey meat is sweetest or such to them.
Huh. Neat. I wonder what that
And
is. Thaumaturgic mirroring or...
And this is where I will explain. So, the reason I have brought you as quick as possible and answered the questions. I was rushing you. I am sorry for any rudeness, I guess. So the wild hunt, they are like a whisper of doom on wind. They are like too dangerous for you to handle at this moment. But we were in a rush. I like shit. What was the the archfae's name? The one that imprisoned me?
Oh, San Ratan.
Sandratan. Sandratan the bimbo. She's I'm gonna look around at the wood in the in the ship real quick and like, okay, so yes, the bimbo. She I am actually one of the last cycle of heroes, quote unquote, to come through here.
It's
And
very interesting to know.
I just said that I'm just a cat. I don't
Are
really
you just a
care.
cat though?
Not the house cat, at least.
I don't know.
Traitors.
I feel like you can. I feel like you can make it work.
I could make it work. Yes, of course. What do you think I do for a living? And well, I was a hero, and I am now a betrayer.
Betrayer. Okay.
That
Can
is
we
the
do that
label.
too? Betrayer.
You can, but you will be labeled and hunted for the rest of your lives, and
But
so
you're
was
still
I.
here.
Oh yes, but I was imprisoned for almost 100 or so years.
Okay. I think I died before then. So.
Yes. Well, if you get the chance, maybe if you want to stay alive, you can get imprisoned too, in stasis for 100 years. It's maddening.
It can't be too bad.
We'll see. And but yes, I am a betrayer, and I will be labeled that for the rest of my life. But luckily, with me at your side, I have a silver tongue, and I have friends. Kind of. But I'm here to guide you to help you eliminate these forces that stop us from going around and do whatever we please and stop us from being chosen and so on. So, if you have any questions about being a hero, do not hesitate to ask.
Oh.
The Ubala the Great will answer all.
She's about being a hero.
Sorry, I almost forgot to say. If I fail, then I continue to continue my service to the next round of heroes.
Right, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You really don't seem like you want to be here.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not getting like, I'm not getting those kind of vibes.
It's 100 years in stasis is very quiet.
100 years. How long do you live?
Oh well, here's the problem. I don't live that long. I am a cat.
Most cats don't live over 20. If that.
Yes. I'm not that old, but I'm old. I am very old right now, considering I've been in stasis. I did not age.
Cats in the summer court live like 20 years on a good day with their head chopped off.
This is true. Yes.
So,
So yes, any questions you have, just ask.
I will interrupt real quick. If you guys also want to train like a specific skill or a generalized ability score, you can do so. So since you guys will have a lot of time in your hands, you're not going to roll anything. You're just going to tell me what you're going to train. And I will mark down like a ×1, ×2, depending on how many times you guys train it a day.
I want to train strength. No, dex. Dex. I want
Okay,
to train dexterity.
Cool. And I will,
Dexterity.
I'll mention again, and I guess this is for, flight, you've already heard this before, but training a skill is a lot easier than training an ability score. So it will require less time to train like a skill by itself.
Okay, let me see.
Bad. However, I'm gonna train con.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you guys are free to choose whatever. Yeah, you don't need to get into the specifics about how you're training it. You just need to tell me what you're training.
Yeah, I'll just train dex.
Okay.
Do some backflips. Some. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so you're gonna train Dex.
Medicine, working on the leeches that he was that he came in with.
Gotcha. Medicine.
I work on acrobatics.
Okay, acrobatics for Dragon.
I'm gonna type mine.
Charisma. All right, we got all the. That's. Riven, you said your Constitution.
Yeah, I was writing it out as I said that.
Okay. And
My
you said,
It's harder,
concentration not
but
that
fuck.
high.
what are you saying, Ubala? Would you want to train?
Charisma.
Charisma. That's it. All right. All right, so you guys kind of spend the day training, or at least some of you do. Or, you take turns training. It's a very small ship, so, you guys got to go one at a time. But you all do. Some of the crew looks at you strange as you guys start to kind of train immediately. Riven, you're definitely like one of the first to start training. You're not one for
Is there-
wasting...
I'm curious, with con, is there any way I could train that while helping the ship? Because I do have vehicle water proficiency.
I would say there's enough time for you guys to do both. If you want to do like a few hours of training and then 1 hour or like a couple more hours of just helping or assisting the ship, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I meant just if
I
there's
like
more,
that.
if there's like a way I could work it in there, work con into helping the ship somehow, that kind of thing. Or if it has to be separate.
Yeah, it would be separate checks depending on what you would like to do to help like the ship. If you just want to help, it's a small ship, so it seems like the goblins pretty much have everything good at the moment. It's not a very large vessel, like it is a much smaller ship than usual. And the lizard folk are kind of there to kind of do a lot of the heavy lifting or assisting when need to. So it seems like they're pretty much set on getting help, but you can choose to help if you'd like.
If they need help, they can ask. I mean, or if they don't want to ask, if I notice they need help, I'll help. But otherwise, I'm on my own. I'll do
Okay.
my own thing.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of places where you can get guys can get by yourself, or at least solo. So, you guys can do whatever you'd like. If there's anything specific you want to do other than training, that's pretty much it. We can, carry on.
All right, who's gonna be carrying Ubala the entire time?
Leon.
Leon, perfect.
Like, he's just asking the stupidest questions.
I have my chauffeur finally.
Riven either trains, helps the ship, or sits in the fucking little cabin area.
Yeah. Riven, you kind of just chilling out in the smaller areas. It's still packed. A goblin comes in every now and then to kind of like put stuff away, and just get things organized. And some of the lizard folk come down out of pure curiosity to just check on you guys, and also stare at mostly at Dragon.
Why is it always my character?
Yeah, they seem to particularly be fond of you.
Don't worry, they don't fuck.
every time they stare at him, Riven will kind of look at them and be like, that reminder of what he said, like, I'll cut your tongue out if you try to eat us.
They don't even like seem to be caring at all for like you, Riven. They just seem to be looking right at Dragon.
It's just that reminder, man. I said us.
Yeah, for sure. They don't like go into the room at all. No one goes, but they just like walk down the stairs, stare at Dragon, and then walk back up. It is very unnerving for Dragon, at least, because you would definitely spot this, Dragon, like just them looking at you with kind of a little bit of saliva running down their mouth. These kind of lizard folk are just,
Jesus.
yeah, they're very much not great. Ubala had already explained prior. I guess not really, actually.
I said that they like to eat Fey.
Yeah.
How does
They
their
really
saliva
elaborate
interact with how does their saliva interact with the dry floorboards?
With the dry, it just like stays on there for like until someone cleans it up or wipes it up.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is it like the hydrophobic surfaces?
Yeah, pretty much. It's that it's as if like the wood is permanently dried out, and it's kind of magically just does not absorb any water. So it seems the weight by itself is just enough to get this ship at least floating onto the water. If not, it would just be tipping over and over. But yeah, you guys on your first day just kind of look out through the view, seeing the islands on both sides to the east and west as you guys head towards what looks like the ocean, the open ocean. You see, as you guys are kind of heading towards the ocean itself, the first mate of the ship, which I will go ahead, Pybart. You see Pybart kind of comes up to you guys and says, "All right, as soon as we are out at sea, everyone make sure that you don't listen to any voices that you hear. Make sure that you keep all your arms and legs inside the boat. And if you go overboard, we're probably going to leave you. So try not to go overboard."
Wow, neat.
Yes. We're
That's
not
the usual.
any floating corpses or anything we see out there we will not grab.
Would we eat? That seems like a waste of a ration.
Well, I mean, the lizard folk might go out and try to grab it, but we've warned them as well. They know not to jump if they don't need to. There's plenty of rations on here, at least for us, but I'm assuming you have your own.
Yes.
Sure.
Good. All right. If you have any needs, please let me know, and I will talk to the captain to see if we can accommodate as per the request of Ubala.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forget. Is the first mate a goblin or the lizard folk?
No, he's a goblin,
Okay,
a sunset goblin. So
sunset goblin.
yep.
As opposed to a sundown goblin.
Yeah, sundown. Yeah, as opposed to that. Yep. So you guys spend the rest of the day just kind of, wherever you'd like. It does get boring at times, where you guys are just kind of sitting and thinking. It is a lot of just kind of there. I mean, the training only takes a few hours for you guys to do successfully each day, and it just kind of goes by fast, especially since you're not really walking at all day, and you're just kind of sitting there. So it does get kind of boring. at times, but you guys make it through the first day, unless there's anything you guys want to do after the first day.
Tic tac toe.
Ribbon
guys
would
have questions?
eventually.
Yeah, if you guys,
Uh,
if you guys
some
have
card
questions, if you guys have questions, or you want to do anything else, you know, you can interrupt me.
I suppose eventually, since it's kind of boring, at some point Ribbon would pull out a set of playing cards
Okay.
that he started with in his kit. He'd either start messing with them if anyone wants to play with him. He doesn't seem like he's.
I want to play. I want to play.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Leon is on his ass.
Okay, cool.
Father
With
will
some playing
play.
cards.
Do you guys,
Father loves playing.
you guys actually
He
want
redoes his ponytail and cracks his knuckles.
to? You guys actually want to play some cards right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone,
That's fun.
whatever you, I don't know if you can actually roll to GM, like just a plain thing.
Let's find out.
Be able to.
Yeah. Just like a D20. Does everyone see that 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So unfortunately you cannot.
So
All right.
no. So no.
Yeah,
I
you can
mean,
just slash GR space and then whatever you're gonna
Oh,
do.
really?
Yeah.
Slash GR? Oh yeah. Yeah.
D20 and then boom.
Sweet.
Only
Okay.
you see that
There's
number.
a toggle for it. Like if you use the
Oh.
thing on the side.
Oh, is there a toggle for it?
Yeah, it's at the top. It says GM. It's the first thing.
Okay. It's slash, not hyphen.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, sweet. All right, so everyone, obviously to GM, I need everyone to roll a D8, a D6, and a D4.
The fuck?
Oh, shit. I'll redo that because that's.
Okay, you're good.
Sorry, a D6 and D4?
Yep, D8, D6, and a D4.
Damn, I rolled good.
Already just saying that, huh?
I did it the first
Poker
time. I
face,
can't-
you don't
I can
know.
no longer-
Yeah,
I can no longer
exactly.
do it now. Fuck.
Okay.
What's the command?
Slash GR.
Oh,
What game are you playing?
Like this. There we go.
All right, I got Neve, I got Dragons, and then let me get Leon's. All right. Are you guys gonna actually play with some money?
I have none.
I don't really.
Yeah, Leon
so
doesn't
we'll
carry
just
money
Play to
away.
pass the time.
Okay, cool. All right, so essentially, you guys are essentially trying to get the highest number out of all of them. But if you were to place some bets, you guys could essentially place some money, and either someone would match or raise, and then you would re-roll the D4. But since there is no money, it's kind of a
Well, I mean, we can use imaginary money.
yeah, sure, yeah. We'll just say you guys found some
We'll
like
use imaginary.
scrap wood. So yeah, some imaginary money, but eventually, so right now the highest
Or
score.
if you got torches.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to do some torches.
We could bet our short rest packs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean it's up to you if you want to do that.
I'm not
No,
doing
no,
that.
that's worth
Hell
more than
no.
gold.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
okay, cool. All right,
That's
so
stupid.
we have that. Wow. Okay. So, let's see. All right. So, the thing with this too is you do not want to get over 21. So,
Or playing blackjack.
essentially, yeah. You guys are essentially playing blackjack. So, you guys can choose to re-roll a d4 if you'd like,
Yeah.
if you want.
I will.
So,
Am I roll a
and
D4?
That's
No.
an added D4 or
no, just re-roll the d4. Oh no,
you
sorry.
go.
Yeah, you're correct. Add a d4. You're adding a d4. So,
Add a D4.
yes, you're
Okay.
adding a d4.
Uh,
So, Neve, you got
Well.
that?
We're all adding a D4.
Yep. So, Neve, that becomes that. Dragon, that becomes that.
Oh, I'm rolling kind of bad.
Riven.
Well, I don't know if you meant to roll that open or not.
No, yeah, roll it closed.
It's like a toggle you can do. I just clicked to do the
Oh
dial.
yeah, there should be a there should be a
There's a
toggle.
button that says GM at the top. Oh, dude.
Oh.
Okay, Leon got that.
I don't know
All right.
what the other things. mean,
So,
but
is anyone gonna stay or is anyone gonna hit again?
I'm
I'll
gonna hit
take-
again.
I'll hit again too.
All right.
What does hitting again mean?
So it means you're gonna roll the next highest dice. So you're gonna roll a d6 now.
And we don't want to get over 21?
Yeah, you don't want to get over 21. So, okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it again.
Okay.
God,
Where am I right now?
Playing knuckle bones with my dead sister.
Okay.
Neve,
Okay. Mm.
I'm staying.
you're staying.
Yeah.
Dragon, you got that.
Damn, this is good. All right, I'll hit one more time.
Okay. So Riven, you also got that.
So
All right.
now I roll a d8, right?
Yeah, you would have to roll a d8 now. Yep.
Damn, that's pushing it, but it's the only way. All right.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Ooh.
That's for Dragon.
All right, so what if we need to do another one?
All right, I'll stay.
Okay, you'll
Unless
stay.
does it switch back to d4?
Yeah, it'll go back right down to d4. Oh, well, I
Damn
didn't.
it. I'll hit again.
I'll do a d4, yeah.
Okay, all right. Everyone go and roll a d4. Or I guess whoever wants to.
I'll stay.
Okay.
You guys all see like my character just have like a very serious face, and then he just goes a little bit of a frown.
Yeah,
I'll,
right.
I'll stay where I'm at. I ain't that. geek.
Okay. And
After the extra
I don't know if
d4.
I'm feeling lucky or not.
yeah, it's up to you.
Fuck
I'm
it.
gonna roll the d6.
Ubala's a gambling.
You say it's back down to a D4 if you roll a D8?
Yeah, it's back down to a d4.
Dude, what?
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what number I'm at anymore.
I think I know about when I'm at. I think I lost track of.
I've kept track of all of it. You
Alright,
know-
I'm staying.
All right, you're staying.
Now-
Jared, with the d4, can you message me what I'm at just so I know?
Yes, I'll message you right now.
So who's still playing?
So right now,
Leon's staying.
yeah, it's still Leon. It's Dragon, Neve, Leon, Riven, and then I guess Ubala now. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. I need to keep
All
track.
right.
I need to reroll your numbers, or I need
So
to.
I'll look at
retrack your numbers.
Ubala. How about we make this a little interesting?
Oh shit!
And I throw down my my wand of magic missiles.
Oh shit!
I had this on my person. I don't really need it, so let's raise this. This is a nice
all right,
wand.
so
we could probably sell it for a good amount of gold.
Let me go ahead and add Ubala's stuff real quick because I missed that. I didn't realize.
Oh, if that's what I'm at, I'll roll another d6.
Okay, hold up. So that's. Well, real quick, let me add Ubala's.
Well.
Okay, and then all right, 1 second. Just keeping track of Ubala's, and then another one of that. Ooh, Ubala, you are. All right, so, yeah, Ubala, you hear Dragon kind of mention to you. Dragon puts down a wand, and you know.
I will put down 5 gold, I guess.
Okay. 5 gold. Okay.
Is that one worth like
That- yeah,
roughly?
The wand's worth quite a bit, so that probably wouldn't be equal.
It's a magic item.
Yeah.
The cheapest they get is like 100.
All right,
but
let's backtrack it because I don't think anyone's gonna raise it. So I'll just put a 5 gold. Start like with
I
5
could put
gold.
my
I don't-
trident and fish coming now.
No, no one wants that. I'll put 5 gold.
Ubala is very good at poker face because he can't read a cat's face because it's constantly bitch. I'm kidding.
All right. So let's just say I started with 5 gold and you called it.
am I feeling that lucky?
All right, so I put in 5.
Leon like loosens the signet ring from his finger and like flicks it into the pile.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'll put 5 gold down.
Well
That's all I
done,
got.
That
All right.
motherfucker's
Ooh,
insane.
damn. All right.
All
That's
right.
20 gold.
All right. So I have everyone's numbers here. So,
Yeah, motherfuckers.
Ubala, would you like to bet again, or would you like to stay where you're at? I'll send you
I'm
the.
going to stay.
Okay, cool. All right. So is everyone going to stay then?
I'm saying.
Okay.
As long as me and you have the same number at least. As far
So
as, you know.
everyone shows their hands. Dragon and Leon both got 21 on the dot.
Damn.
Damn, bro.
Neve got a 19. Riven got an 18. And Ubala got a 20. You were one away, Ubala.
Mm.
So
Man.
with that, the game is now going to be between Dragon and Leon.
Bring it on.
So here's how we're gonna do
Where
this.
did you get 19, 20?
It is for 19 for you, yeah. Let me see. Or did you roll
Recount.
an extra one? Let me see.
Recount.
Oh, okay. I missed the last D4, so it would be technically a 20.
It was a 20. Give
Okay.
me my credit.
But you still lost anyway, because
I know, but I was close.
Okay, all right. So this game will be between Dragon and Leon. I'm guessing you guys are both betting 5 gold, since that is kind of what's in the pot right now. So a total of 10 at the moment. I'm gonna have.
because we'd be adding to the pot that we're about to split.
Okay.
'Cause,
So
like,
would you
yeah,
like to
so-
would you like to add anything to the pot then?
All right, so it's 20 right now. I'll add an additional 5.
So 25.
Yeah, 2005.
Okay, so an
Alright, so
additional
30
so
total.
30 total. So
Let's do it.
And
so
Leon Sigmund.
I need Dragon and Leon to both roll me a D8, a D6, and a D4.
Okay.
Okay.
Neat.
Okay. So we'll start with the D4.
So yeah, we will start with the D4. So both of
Alright.
you guys go ahead and roll if you'd like to.
I'll take another hit.
So for Leon, 1 second. Okay. And then for Dragon, that's that. Okay. Now it is time for the D6. If you guys are going to roll a D6. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. And then okay.
This is a tough one.
Now, do you guys want to stay? Here, I can send you what each of you got right now. So I'll send you guys each what you have currently, and you can either stay or you can hit. So for Leon, this is your number. And then Dragon, this is your number currently.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stay or are you gonna hit? Right. The next one is a D8.
Leon wraps his knuckles on the deck. I'll stay right where I am.
Okay.
Sight. This is D&D.
No, you cannot incite this. This is pure.
Oh.
This is pure. This is pure luck, baby.
All right, I'm a rogue,
We have
so
the
I'm gonna do
biggest
what rogues
fucking
do.
rim on his face
You're-
for the
I'm
record.
gonna cheat.
Okay. Leon, what is your passive perception?
My
16. Oh, or it's my bad.
I would say actually, Leon, you're kind of looking. It's only between you two, so it would
Yeah,
be a
no.
sleight of hand versus perception.
I don't have proficiency in perception, but I do get a D4 added.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand then. What would you like to change? Would you like to roll or re-roll the D4, Dragon? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, instead of rolling a D8, I would roll a D4.
Yeah, you can choose whichever die you want. So
Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds fun. All right,
okay.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll go for a D4.
All right.
instead of a D8.
Still make a sleight of hand in case you get a nat
Yeah.
one.
23.
Okay. Yeah. Leon does not even notice it at all as you quickly sleight of hand kind of change a couple of your cards. Go ahead and roll a D4, please.
I'll stay.
Okay.
Does Ubala notice this actually? Can I roll for?
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Yeah, I want to roll them too.
Sure.
I mean, I guess we all are watching.
on, guys.
Yeah, you're all watching. Okay, no one see. Neve, you don't see anything. Ubala, you don't
Nope.
see anything. Yeah, and even Riven, you don't see anything.
Damn.
So, with your new with your new number, you're both staying where you're at, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Dragon, you got a 20. Leon, you got a 19. Dragon wins.
Damn.
Joke's on you. Leon prestidigitated one of the pieces of gold in his in the pot, so it's not there anymore.
Okay. So yeah, you just get 39 or not 39, 29 gold.
30.
So there you go.
29 gold. Nice.
So-
All right.
Less
Yeah,
is broke now.
Nice shot, man.
Yeah.
I was, Jesus Christ, I was on a roll.
And no one was none the wiser, Dragon, as you are.
No, why
good game, guys. It was fair play.
Yeah. So
Insight.
you have no reason to insight.
I prefer liar's dice anyways.
yeah.
I'm terrible at it by luck.
Hold on. Here, Daedron. Let me give you your prize.
Anyways, you
Oh my
guys
God.
continue the rest of the day, having a little bit of fun with some cards, as you guys are able to take the time as the sunset quickly turns to night, and you guys go to sleep. Is anybody going to keep watch even on the boat?
Well, I'll keep watch.
I mean, Leon's a light sleep.
Riven
Still
will naturally stay up longer. 'cause
Okay.
I'll
it
take
will help.
a second. I have trance now, so I could take a.
Oh, you have chance, so we can just split it between you and me.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll go first, or
I'll go first.
all right.
All right. Riven, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
I hit the button. Why didn't it?
Probably give it a minute. All right, there you
Oh.
go. 14. So I mean, you guys are in like kind of like the cargo bay where, or like the cargo holding area where, you know, there's not a lot of stuff around you. You guys made makeshift beds. Yeah, you don't really notice anything. You just hear the creaking and the noises that the boat makes as it sails through the ocean at the moment. And you do notice that kind of like there is a half wall that splits between like the cargo area and the kind of the area that goes right up towards the top of the ship. And the lizard folk are currently kind of sleeping around there at the moment. They are not awake. They are fully asleep. They do need their sleep. You do see a couple of the goblins are trading off on some shifts as a couple are sleeping as well down here. It is a very much a tight area and they don't seem to mind at all. Like kind of sleeping around the ship. There is no dedicated area for anyone, it seems. But yeah, you don't really notice anything.
Everyone's asleep. Would I know that he trances? He's an elf after all.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
yeah,
be
you would
sleeping
for sure be. Yeah, you would know about the races and stuff like that. Yeah, you would know he trances. Yep.
together. All right. Well, I won't do it here then, but
Okay.
I'll give a slight prayer to my goddess.
Okay.
I'll wake up. What was your new character's name? Annie?
Dragon.
Dragon.
Dragon, or call me Vex, whichever.
I'll go with Dragon for now. He'll wake Dragon up. It kind of be like just to let them know it's their turn, and then he'll enter his own trance.
All right. As soon as you wake me up, you see like during my trance and my skin tone is like kind of changing. And as you wake me up, it stays still at a different color than it was before. It was like a beige color of like an autumn leaf, and now it's more like a more orange to tone of a red color, and my eyes are now like scarlet red.
Mm. The beauty of Eladrin in their courts.
Noted.
What is it? Ubala is sleeping on Leon's face like a typical cat.
Yeah,
They're
no.
suffocating.
He does not mind it. He still has his eyes at least, so he's just like doing his thing.
Oh yeah, if you are in light armor, you can sleep in that armor. If you are in which if you're trancing, you don't need to worry about that. You kind of bypass that technically. But if you are in light armor, you can sleep in that. Any medium or heavy, you need to take it off and put it back on.
Lucrefius, that was your character that's in full armor all the time, right?
Yeah, he's he trances, so he just doesn't take his armor off.
Awesome.
Wait,
I just
but
wanna
what
make
if
sure
I'm
for
animated armor?
later stuff.
That's different. But Ubala, you do need sleep. So if you have any
Right.
medium or heavy, you got to take it off.
Which,
No, I don't have
for
armor.
reference,
Okay.
For anyone who wakes him up, if you don't know about trance, he's either the lightest sleeper or you know he trances, one or the other, because he wakes up easily.
So yeah, Dragon, you kind of are up now. The night is quickly coming back to a over the next period of the next 4 hours, the nighttime quickly turns into a sunrise and then quickly again rests into the sunset as it stays there for the remainder of the time. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Dragon. 8. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of in the bottom of the ship as well. You don't really see much. You only hear things as well. And you don't hear much other than like the sound of the ocean and things kind of rocking back and forth. You still see the goblins trading off who's sleeping, who's not. The ship is still moving along even throughout the night. And, you know, that's pretty much all you see. So
Could it help if I backtrack and just use guidance? I forgot I have it.
sure.
Probably would
Yeah.
have done that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just in case that makes a difference.
All right, yeah, roll a d4. 1.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing. Yeah. You just notice that. And as everyone starts to wake up, everyone gets their long rest, and a new day is starting as you guys continue on your adventure. Leon, can you go ahead and roll me a d20 for today?
Yep.
Where is? There he is.
0, 0. Nice. Okay.
Oh,
Great.
there, okay.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a d8, please. 8. Gotcha. All right. You guys for the following day are kind of up and again, and food is given to the crew, but you guys have to use up your rations. So if you do have a ration, make sure you use them up, as everyone has consumed 1 ration the night before.
Yep, 1 ration down.
We're at 7 rations.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of up, and as you guys are up, you hear the captain kind of scream out to the crew, "Everyone, there's a storm approaching!" As like the rest of the crew, you can hear like everyone kind of starting to be a little bit more quick in their the way they kind of work the ship. You can see like the lizard folk, as soon as they hear that, they kind of look at each other and then go up on top to the deck of the ship.
Ooh.
So
Riven will join him.
yeah,
Because he knows how to ship sail. So
cool. Yeah. So you go up top and you do look. Currently, right now, the sunset is still going, but way above to the east, you do see there are a bunch of storm clouds that are kind of approaching very quickly. So yeah, you guys start to kind of prepare and perhaps maybe get a little bit rained on as very quickly the storm comes, and suddenly you guys are in this actually before I say that, Riven, go ahead and roll me a D100, please.
what
We're
does it
doomed.
do?
For the record, Leon's preparations kind of thing is just like making sure everything is just like in a corner in the storage area, and he's
Yeah.
going right up top because he wants to see the storm.
Yeah. Okay.
Meteorological phenomena are pretty cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, you kind of make sure everything's tucked in where it's not going to get wet in case any water comes down into the ship. And you guys kind of go ahead and go up top. Those who wish to go up top, you do see they're already prepping like the sails and everything like that. And as you look above very quickly, the rain starts to take over, and you guys notice that the clouds come and a pretty strong wind comes in. It's not as bad. It is rocking the boat a little bit, but you do see that over the cargo bay, whoever's still below deck notices that suddenly the light that was coming in from the kind of the opening on the top of the deck goes out, as you do see above deck, those who went above deck, that the goblins are covering what seems like to be the only window or anywhere that can actually have some light coming in, and they seal it with some sort of what looks like to be some sort of metal kind of device that fits over nicely around like this kind of wooden structure. It is very
Faraday tape.
yeah, they use just a plastic bin just to put it over with. But it's like a metal, like almost like a metal container that is about the size of the kind of entrance to that area. They use the lizard folk to kind of heave it up and place it over, and it is quite heavy. You kind of hear a thud as they place it on there. And
Keep the water from getting in there, I imagine.
yeah,
It's our pee pee poo poo bucket.
yeah. You don't know where they
Fucking
pee poo poo, so you know maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You don't know.
Maybe they got a poop hole. You don't know.
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly.
You
You
know
don't-
the story.
Yeah,
I've honestly just imagined they just sat on the edge of the boat.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
got
that's-
back to work.
that's not wrong. Yeah, but yeah, suddenly the storm kind of hits, and thankfully it isn't that bad. You guys just kind of, you don't lose any time of travel. The sails kind of are for sure taking some damage, or not damage, but they're taking some brunt force. But nothing breaks, nothing is destroyed. And after maybe about another few hours, you guys pass through the storm, kind of unabated. And it seems like whatever the storm was just was kind of random here and there. And fortunately, no one was hurt, and the storm wasn't bad enough to cause any kind of damage to the ship or slow it down in any way. Yeah,
Even definitely would have been helping sail during that part.
yeah. It was, you rolled pretty well enough where they still were able to kind of take hold, but they, for sure, someone could have used your strength to kind of make sure that nothing, like some of the goblins don't fly off. They definitely tie themselves to the ship as well. But yeah, they...
I like that. It's like I have heavy ass armor, so hopefully that wasn't a problem.
No, yeah, you're fine. Yeah. They lift off the kind of metal container and put it back where it was placed by the front of the ship, and those below deck see light again. Yeah.
Ubala definitely does not go above deck. She's like,
yeah,
my clothes are too fine for this.
yeah.
Cats do not like water.
I'll go up on that deck.
All right, yeah, you go up on the deck after a few hours kind of riding out the storm. You do see there's a bunch of water as they're trying to get whatever water that's on top of the deck off. You do see there are like kind of, not holes, but yeah, kind of holes that are like on the side of the ship that are there to kind of drain as the boat rocks sideways. Seemingly tactically placed, so that way when the boat, you know, tips one way or another, the water drains out of that kind of hole.
Is smart.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have another day of training if you'd like to train the same thing.
Yes, sir.
You guys are welcome
Let's
to do so.
do it.
More con for me, baby.
All right.
Training up decks.
Who joined in on that?
You joined in on what?
On the let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Jesus. All right, so everyone's doing the same thing: charisma, medicine, dexterity, acrobatics, constitution.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Yeah, you guys train. I'm assuming you guys play some more cards, and if anyone else wants to do anything, the journey will come to an end again for this kind of second day, as you guys continue forward towards the Foul Sanctum, which is the island that you were headed to.
Is it like foul as in like smelly foul or like foul as in
Oh, the
bird?
bird.
No, yeah, it's foul as in the bird.
We already
FOWL.
went over this.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah. No, actually, I don't think we did. I think it was just me and you, Flight. I think that was just me and you.
You two specified.
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. Sorry, that was
Oh,
my bad.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. You
I
would
was-
know.
I
You would
was
know.
there for that.
The island is famous
I did forget
because
we did that
it's one of the only places that are kind of what would be considered as part of the old Autumn Court, where there's a bunch of forests and hills and plains and stuff that kind of match the
It's
autumn
not
vibe.
just-
It's not, you know, swamp and dead woods. It's where a lot of the migratory birds go to. That is why it's called
Does
the
that mean there's just a lot of shit everywhere?
perhaps, you know, but nature takes its course as always in the courts, and
Right.
you know, there's a lot of bird shit around, so you do have that. But yeah,
That's always nice.
yeah, it's good for the environment for some reason. Who knows? But yeah,
Australia is a scam.
Jesus. Yeah. So you guys end the day again, and you all start to kind of head to bed again once more. Riven,
Right
I'm-
back to Leon's face.
yeah. Riven, I'm assuming you're keeping watch again.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
Okay. Great. Go ahead and make me another perception check. Okay, cool. This time, Riven, you notice that at night, as the sunset quickly turns to night, the lizard folk that are down there all of them seem to be sleeping except for one. So 2 out of the 3. And the one is kind of like trying to pretend to be sleeping, but is facing towards your group. And you would imagine you know what he's looking at. But he just is there. You can see like the shimmering of like the faintest bit of moonlight that's kind of bouncing off of his eyes towards you guys. You can tell they're open. And you can see what he's staring at.
That's creepy.
I'm gonna try to pretend to fall asleep.
Okay.
Try to pretend to enter a trance.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Where's my deception? Could I argue advantage since I have armor and he can't see my face? He also doesn't know I trance as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I guess no one has seen like your actual.
No one has seen what I am yet.
Yeah, because you haven't.
Not-
Yeah, you haven't had to taken it off yet. Sure. I will say for now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Nice,
grab
nice.
my orange water.
15. Okay. You pretend to trance, and as like you do, you see the lizard folk lift up its head and kind of like sniff the air for a second, and then kind of lay its head back down as it does go to sleep after a while.
He goes to sleep.
Yeah, he does go to sleep.
I will stay in my current position for a few hours, or for like 30 minutes or so, and then pretend to wake back up.
Okay. Yeah.
The whole thing.
And
Then I'll continue kind of keeping an eye on them from the side of my peripheral vision kind of deal.
yeah, and pretty soon your watch is up as nothing happens during the ride. So, and you wake up Dragon, I'm assuming.
I'll wake up Dragon. I'll kind of lean down close to them, probably a little too close for comfortability, but he'll lean in and whisper, "Keep an eye on that one." And he'll kind of nod his head over to the one that was clearly faking being asleep, and then he'll go off and trance himself.
As
Send
you
me
wake me
wild
up this
awareness,
time,
please.
my skin is like a pale color and my eyes are like a bright blue.
He doesn't say anything. He definitely take notice of it. Though. Imagine he doesn't say anything to because he doesn't want to wake the others up right now, but he might at some point.
Alright, nice. Stand and I'll keep watch of the one that seems to be interested in me. I'll have like my daggers in the ready and my short bow also in the ready behind me.
Okay. Go ahead.
And
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Come on, perception.
Natural
Yeah,
one.
that figures. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really notice much. You kind of heard the same things you've heard the night before. Yeah, you don't really notice anything. And after you kind of get lost in thought. Every time this color that you have, what color would you describe it? Like a pale what type of color?
Oh, blue.
A pale blue. You kind of find that interesting in the fact that most autumn eladrin and would retain the color of the autumn court, which is usually yellows, oranges, reds, perhaps sometimes green, depending on where the biome is. But pale blue seems to suit you, and it almost seems to feel strange, but almost like it feels like it belongs to you as well, this color, this pale blue and blue eyes. And you start to think about it, and it almost feels like sadness, like an emotion that's kind of overwhelming. But you don't feel sad, but you almost feel like it's like an emotion deep inside of you yet that hasn't been discovered. This blue, this pale blue. Something that would probably be more suited for the winter court. But you kind of get distracted and lost in thought, and you lose track as your time is up. And by the time you realize that your watch has ended, everyone else is awake and their long rest has ended. You guys wake up.
One is picking up samples of Vex's hair, discarded hair, seeing if it's changing colors.
You do see it stays the color that it was when it fell off. Yes, and make sure to eat your rations, folks.
I need some more soon, bro.
Remember when you came to me with the idea, I'd like to eat 2 rations for the cost of 1 day.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I thought that'd be interesting. I thought that'd be fun for
It
a
was funny.
character.
It was funny. I just sat back like, why?
Yeah.
It's so painful.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you guys go for the next day. Can I go ahead and have Riven roll me a d20, please, for the next 18. So, this day is smooth sailing as you guys just kind of. I'm assuming everyone's training the same again.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
3 times the charm.
Yep. You guys continue training. Talk amongst yourselves, feeling a little bit more comfortable now that you've been with this group with each other for a few days, knowing their intent and kind of having the common, or at least two of you having the common, a common goal of watching each other at the moment of these lizard folk. Which you do notice that as you guys are traveling longer in days, they do seem to get a little bit more antsy. Like they seem a little bit more anxious. And I would say Riven and Dragon, go and give me insight checks.
Oh, where's my insight? I'm not great at that.
Okay.
Yeah, got a real
All right.
nice.
Dragon, you would be the one to notice that they are like, it's almost like instinct is taking over. They're getting at times like they like to brush up against you. Very creepy. They kind of, say it's by accident, but you get the feeling that they might be testing you or perhaps trying to get some of the smell of the sweet meat. But yeah, they seem to be they seem to get a little bit more bolder in kind of getting close to you. Especially like finding ways that whenever you separate at all, like they'll take any chance.
They're just horny.
Yeah, they're super horny. They don't want to kill you or anything. They are very much creeps. They are very creepy. I'm not gonna lie. They're super creepy.
Scaring monsters.
But are they all like it now, or is it more that one that was keeping watch on me the last night?
No, they all seem like that.
The last one,
Alright.
I guess, the night one just seemed to have a bad
I
night,
guess I'll kind of like later in the day just pull Ubala aside and warn him. If they try anything, I'm gonna have to kill their crew. Not the goblins, just like literally the ones that keeps trying to provoke me and eat me.
Oh, my friend, they won't do anything as long as Fate Eater is alive. They will be fine.
I like to imagine like Ubala is on Leon's shoulder and like whispering into Dragon's what's happening. So
My friend, you do not need to worry about such trivial situations. They will not do anything as long as they are paid and they are fed at the end of their work week and so on. They will be fine. Just
I'm not convinced, Master Ubala.
don't bleed.
Don't stroke their ego too much.
if you kill one of them, can you give me one of your tongues?
If you do have to kill one of them, please try to keep the captain alive at least.
That I can do.
So
Very good, very good.
you guys spend the rest of the day kind of in each other's company once more.
At some point, actually.
Yeah.
Riven would move up to Dragon. Or Vex, I forget. Okay, I'll get it down one of these days. Dragon. He'll move up and be like, notice that you change color. And what is up with that?
I really don't know myself.
I see. You an Eladrin, are you not?
What is that?
You see, I was expecting a lot. I wasn't expecting you to ask me what that was. What? Jerry, what would I know about Eladrin as a Shadowfell person?
You're pretty close to the Feywild, so you would know quite a bit about the Feywild, since I would say you're closer to getting to the Feywild than the material plane itself.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of like in the same kind of thing, being in the Shadowfell, you're essentially a lot closer. I would say the connection to the Feywild's a lot stronger. You would know that Eladrin definitely take up the colors of the courts they come from, which is strange that you had seen him turn into both the autumn colors and also a pale blue with blue eyes.
And they're basically just elves from the court.
Yeah, they're elves. They're essentially just ancestors of elves that
you
kind
know.
of dwell in the Feywild.
Elves that never left the Feywild like they should have.
Riven will just kind of tilt his head and is like, "Do you not know what I thought you were in Eladrin?"
I don't know what or really who I am. All I really remember is my name, and then being summoned to that temple.
Eladrin are elves, in a sense, that never left the Feywilds, from my understanding. They normally have the color of the court that they belong to. It's odd that yours change colors like that.
Yes, it only seems to happen when I trance.
It is something to keep an eye on, for certain. I do not understand why you would either. Obviously.
I will.
The place we are heading has you'll do kind of like air quotes, prophets and their library. Maybe you will find something out when we reach our destination.
Hopefully I will, but everything happens for a reason. Whatever my past is behind me.
Everyone has a fate. We are all tied to it for some reason or another. I'm sure you will figure out what yours ends in due time. Until then, you have my best of luck, my best of wishes on finding out your origins. And at that, Riven will kind of make his own way, kind of having a confusing answer to himself as well, to what he wanted to know. I say make his own way, he will move about 5 feet apart before he runs out of room.
Oh, you said run out of breath, and I was like, wait a minute.
No, he runs out of room on the boat.
It is indeed not a very big boat.
Yeah.
Living that Constitution lifestyle, walk 5 feet and run.
My con actually isn't that great. It's not my dump stat. I
Yeah.
have worse.
Yeah.
But ain't that great.
Yeah.
Con is Leon's.
But that's it, unless Dragon has anything to follow up with.
No, not really. He doesn't really know much. Oh, and the only other thing of note that I forgot to mention was so I am wearing leather gloves, but on the right hand, I have like the thorn of a bush, or it could be really any plant. It's just like a really long thorn, and it's wrapped tightly around the glove, and holding it there in place is like a mistletoe.
Ooh, that's
Interesting. Interesting.
who's Bush?
George W.
Shut up. Permanent disadvantage for Ubala from now on. Just kidding. Yeah, so this day is pretty much smooth sailing. You guys continue to, train. This would be the 4th day. Everyone trains again, I'm assuming.
4 days of
Yeah.
charisma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
4 days of Constitution.
Yep.
Go.
Doing handstands.
Handstands, dexterity, acrobatics. You guys go for the rest of the day, and you do notice, those of you with any passive perception that's above 10, as you guys are kind of looking, who doesn't have a passive perception of 10?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I guess everyone does, apparently. All right.
I mean, you gotta have a negative
Be
wisdom.
wise as fuck.
Yeah, you have to have a negative wisdom. Which
Yeah, okay. So
I have a
that's fair.
negative charisma.
Yeah.
my worst
all of
status
you
there.
We've all
noticed.
been there.
All of you noticed that the small kind of thunderstorm that passed by you guys like a day ago, it seems to be behind you guys and catching up pretty quickly again.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of perception, does Ubala notice the lizard folk staring at
Oh,
Dreyfus, I don't
Dragon?
know.
Dragon? Yeah, make
Dragon,
a make a perception check.
Yeah. 19.
Yeah, you do notice that they for sure are staring at Dragon, especially more so now than ever. They are not making it like they're not being subtle at all.
With that, Ubala will be glaring at every single one of them because she did remind him at the beginning of the trip not to that the heroes are not for eating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stare him down too.
And but if they don't really take mind, she is gonna bring it up to the captain
Okay.
as another reminder.
Yeah, they do notice you staring, and they are kind of oh shit, let's go back to work. They don't really kind of they're not challenging you in any way. They know who you know essentially.
Right.
So yeah, but
You know who I am.
yeah, exactly. They know who you work for or who's given the word, and they kind of look like, okay, all right, this is fine. But yeah, you guys are kind of, while you're looking at that, you do see that the thunderstorm starts to get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And the thunderstorm that was kind of once, you know, a thunderstorm that was a little heavy but not too bad, kind of hits you guys like a ton of bricks this time. You see, you hear the rain kind of falling very quickly and heavily. Lightning kind of comes with it. And you guys suddenly have this heavy rain that surrounds you guys within the ocean. It is suddenly gets dark as the goblins look around at each other close the doors, as whoever wants to be below deck can be below deck.
Ubala.
Ubala's going to be below deck. Gotcha.
Yeah, I've already seen this once.
Okay. All right, cool. You'll go below deck. Who else is going below deck?
I'll stay up.
Okay.
Top.
All right.
Everyone but Ubala. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ubala locked the door behind herself.
Gotcha.
Riven staying up.
All right.
Gonna help.
Yeah. As you guys are starting to
I'll
help.
stay up too.
Yeah, you'll stay up too. Sweet. Yeah, this is kind of like a strange phenomenon, but it's nothing that you haven't faced before. You do notice that as the rain kind of hits hard and it starts to get dark, you guys are kind of all right, well, what's happening? The rain starts to pour.
Such high
And
such great effects.
Yep. Let me go ahead and do this.
oh,
It's
crazy.
a kraken.
Yeah, you guys just see the rain starting to fall, and as you guys are kind of, helping with the boat and stuff, you do see the goblins are tie down each other, and they start to kind of tie down each other quickly as suddenly you see a wave kind of, a pretty decent sized wave that's about as tall as the ship.
Tie myself to the ship.
Yeah, all right.
I'll
As
go
you
ahead
tie
on that.
yourself to the ship, yeah, you do see as the wave hits, boom, it hits the side of the ship, and the ship rocks a lot. And those who are on top of the deck who did not tie themselves down, I'm gonna say everyone go ahead and just roll for initiative, just to kind of keep track of the kind of just this kind of whole thing.
Leon's not up there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Are you up top, Ubala?
No, Bala, I thought you were at the bottom. You said you were at the
Oh,
bottom.
sorry. I thought you were saying everybody.
No. This is for everybody up top.
Everybody up top.
Yeah,
All right.
everybody up top.
Just me, Dragon, and fucking Flight's character.
Neve.
Neve.
Neve. I'll get the name.
Yeah.
Nueve.
Yeah, we'll get used to each other's
No,
names. It's
no, not the way that-
yeah, it's like weave, except
Weed?
Are you weed? I don't know anything about that. What?
All right, so we got let's see who's up top. All right, so we got Dragon, you were up top, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And then Leon, you were down below, so you're fine. And then the goblins are up top. I would say one of the lizard folk is down at the bottom, and then two of them are up top. And then Riven, you're up top, correct? And
Yeah, I rolled
then
my,
yeah, and then
initiative.
yeah, just double checking. And then also, who else was it? Neve, you're at the bottom.
Me. I'm at the top,
Oh,
right?
are we at the top? Okay, all right, Neve.
Yeah.
Neve's at the
I
top.
tied myself down, remember?
Oh, gotcha. I thought you said you were at the bottom. All right, that's fine.
No.
All right,
No, I
let's-
never said that. Where are you getting that from?
you know what? Okay, the goblins got a nat 20 on their initiative, so they are
Wow.
insanely fast. They are fast, you know, for being goblins.
Goblins, of
moving.
course.
Yeah, they're goblins. Why not? Why can't goblins be fast? Why not?
Short legs.
Nimble,
yeah.
short
Short
nimbleness.
legs.
I am doing the homebrew rule where if you get a nat 20 on initiative, I will give you a +5 to your initiative. So I will add that in as well. Just FYI.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Lord of the Rings, but you know it's all about your breathing. It's all about the breathing.
I'm going
I
to roll
think
for
that's what he
the
says.
lizard folk. Lizard folk only got a 10.
Remember your breathing techniques.
It's all about breathing. I swear, I think that's what the dwarf said.
Riven's not a fast man.
Okay, so they...
Your mom is a fast man.
Riven, what you get for initiative?
Oh,
2.
2.
Gotcha. All right.
-1, baby.
All right. And then Neve, what you get? 4. Okay.
Or
Your name reminds me of the Monty Python, the knights who say knee.
oh my god.
Oh,
We
so
demand a shrubbery.
That's such
Yeah,
a stupid
exactly.
movie, dude.
so
Shrubbery.
anyone who didn't beat initiative 10, which is most of you. Sorry. Yeah, that's gonna be most of you. So the lizard folk, Neve and Riven, I need you guys to make me dexterity saving throws. As the goblins are fast enough to get themselves tied, Dragon, you are also fast enough to get yourself tied if you wanted to. Is that what you would like to do as your initiative kind of picks up from there?
Is that the only way for me to stay on the ship?
It would help. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you could, you know, it's up to you.
It'll help.
There you go. That's what I want.
Yeah, I guess it's just like a quick nod that's easily untied.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're using an action to essentially tie the knot as like you start to hear like the ship creak and like this wave just kind of strikes as you do so. So I need Dragon. You can make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. But the rest of you, I do need or not the rest of you, but I do need one from Neve and Riven. So I need a dex save
It has
from
to
both.
be a dex save?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, boy.
Even
So
worse. -1.
yeah, as you guys are kind of in like on top of the ship at the moment, it's raining hard. The deck is getting a little bit slippery since the water doesn't soak into the wood. You guys are essentially kind of hydroplaning with your feet. Those of you at the bottom are able to like kind of brace onto like some of the cargo stuff around you. It's been tied down, so you guys don't need to make any saves. But those up top, Neve, you get right at the edge of the ship. Everyone right now takes those who failed their dex save, which is going to be Riven and Neve, are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And Dragon, you only take 1, as like your rope is able to kind of assist you. I'm going to roll for the goblins as well. They also get advantage. Okay. They failed. They take 1. And then the lizard folk. They also failed.
Oh.
So they take 1. So the lizard folk are kind of... so the 1, that's kind of at the bottom. He's gone. And then for now, Leon's at the bottom. And then Ubala's at the bottom. 3 of you are up top. The goblins are looking fine.
Leon is not a bottom.
Okay, yeah, Leon, sure. Leon's the top. We know that. But right now he's the bottom. Yeah, everyone up top. Yeah, you go to like the edge of the ship as you start to hear what sounds like cackling coming from around you guys. You hear what's like this cackling of a woman. He's at the bottom. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you start to hear like as like the it just sounds like someone's out of breath and kind of you start to see what almost looks like as you guys are like I guess Neve, since you're on the edge of the ship, even with your passive perception, you look like someone's almost kind of running on the surface of the water around you guys very quickly. And like you don't get a good sight because it is like heavily obscured. But you do see a creature that is kind of right around you. Let me go and put this up here. And you're kind of like the only one to see this right now. Let me double. Yes, this is the.
Like that.
But she like comes and goes, so you're not even sure if it's like a mirage. But you do see a creature.
Oh my god, it's a hag.
Turtle.
My God, it's a.
Yeah, you do see like a creature kind of appear and then disappear from sight as you see it like skate around and then just kind of disappear in like the mist. At this point, you see the goblins are all kind of starting to scream like, "Take cover! Man the sails!" You see,
I'm going down under now.
yeah, you do see, yeah, you do see they're starting to grab for the metal thing, but as you go down, you do see another wave at the top of the initiative. Actually, at the top of the initiative, the goblins, you see, they quickly put the metal seal over the kind of like the barrier and kind of already shut you out as like they're right there, and the two they kind of like block your entrance already. So to move this, you will need an action. But next on the initiative is Dragon. Dragon, right now the ocean's hitting pretty hard. You are currently tied on, so you feel like you're pretty safe. But yeah, you would see just Neve kind of running around at the moment, just running towards like this entrance and then being blocked off by the goblins. Is there anything you would like to do?
I'll just warn. So, who in my party is like around?
So right now you have Riven, Neve, and yeah, it's just Riven and Neve, just those two.
And Neve. All right. Yeah, I'll just yell at them and warn them that there's something in the water. And I'll just not much I can do right now. I'll hold an action. If I see it again between this round, I'll take a shot at it with my short bow.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So, Dragon, as you're doing that, you. What is your? Go ahead and give me a perception check, Dragon. As like you're kind of looking out. Since it's already been your turn, I will say go ahead and give me a perception check for me, please.
Damn.
8. Okay. You are looking around and yeah, you don't really notice anything. Suddenly you hear one of the goblins, this one in particular, kind of scream as he's just pulled off the boat. He's like, "Ah!"
No.
What goblin?
There was a goblin here, and then it was gone. Like a wave.
Oh shit!
A wave kind of crashed over it, and then you just hear the goblin scream for a second. You see one of the goblins look out. You didn't kind of recognize the goblin, but you do realize that it wasn't the captain or the first mate, as you hear them both yelling at each other. He's like, what? What happened? What's going on? Truck! Truck! You hear like, and then no one calls back as you just see this goblin kind of disappear. Yeah, and then you see another wave hits as like, boosh. This time it hits like the other side of the boat, and thankfully this one isn't as strong as the last one, so you guys don't need to make any saves. But like everyone's kind of holding on. The lizard folk kind of look at each other as well and are kind of like a little worried. They are going to go ahead and kind of you see they stay kind of where they're at. The lizard folk kind of yells out, "What is happening? What is going on?" And they're a little confused. Neve, you are up right now. You're headed towards like this opening, but you do see they put like a metal container over it. You can pick it back up and move it, but it will take an action.
So I can move it and go in.
Yeah, if you want to.
By the way, if he does move it, Ubala will come out.
Okay.
She's gonna go assist the captain.
Yeah, sure, I'll move it.
Okay, you use an action, you lift it up, you see the goblins are like, what are you doing? No, don't let the water in! As like, you guys underneath now kind of see water rushing in, that was like on the top, suddenly kind of rush into like, start kind of like dripping down the stairs and stuff, and starts to fill up the bottom of the ship. Not fast, but it's a pretty steady trickle of water. It's like a light creek's worth of water. A very light creek.
I'll see this and I'll just put the gate back down.
Okay, cool. You put it back down. You're staying up top then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you do, each of you guys are kind of looking around. Make a perception for me, Aneve, as well. 13. All right. She didn't roll that high on her stealth check, but as like you're looking around, you kind of gaze up onto like top of the sails. You just kind of happen to look up, and above the sails, you see this hag-like creature kind of just above, looking down at you guys with a very wide grin. Yeah, no.
To my comrades.
Yeah, you scream as everyone else looks up. You do guys now see clearly this hag lady with a dead goblin, kind of almost like she kind of like pouched it, like she tied it on her side. She's not very tall or big. She is medium, but this goblin was small, and she just has it tied on her side like a trinket. She is in the initiative, and we are now in combat as you guys are fighting some sort of sea hag.
I knew it.
I had taken the shot because I held an action.
Yes, you did.
Yep. She showed up.
Yep. And since because he pointed out, go ahead and make an attack roll, please.
21.
21 hits. You do see she is close enough where you will not get disadvantage. So yeah, that hits. She takes 5 points of piercing. She seems to take it. Yep.
Is she no, she's not by anyone, right? Nope.
No, she's at
Wait,
the
no,
very
is she by-
no, she's at the very top of like the sail. She's like on top of the sail.
She's like all the way up.
Yeah, she's all the way up. I would say she's about like maybe 15, 20 feet up. Yep, she's 15, 20 feet up. Yeah, her color blends in really well. And like, you're like, okay, maybe if she's moving around, she perhaps could hide.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Piercing.
Fuck this bitch up.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our first combat. Yeah, you do see the hag kind of cackles as she starts to tie the goblin to her side, and the goblin already looks like they're just dead. You don't see any like physical marks on them. You just see they're just kind of done. They're just laying at, like they're just what do you call it? They don't move. They're essentially just kind of like a noodle.
Limp.
Yeah, they're limp. Thank you. I was trying to find the goddamn word for it. So next would be Riven. You are up. Riven, you notice that Dragon kind of looks above and shoots at something. You do see now this hag-looking type creature that has like this dead goblin at her side.
Riven knows that from beneath the mask, he unsheaths his what's it called? Glaive from his back, slamming it onto the deck beneath him, pointing his left hand up at the creature. This black flame with like this purple core, this light glowing from inside of it, will shoot out of his hand as he's going to firebolt it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Where's my firebolt? There it is.
17 hits for 10 points of fire damage.
Max
Jesus.
fire damage, yeah.
You do see, because this time it is Pokemon rules, she does take half of that. She is resistant to fire.
This Pokemon rules.
This is Pokemon rules
My
right now.
lightning attack out.
All right, I'll keep that in mind then.
Yeah, but that still did quite a bit of damage to her.
All right, let's see. How far is she? About 15, 20 feet up?
Yeah, she's about 15, 20 feet up. Yep.
And it'd stay the same if I moved directly under her?
If you go under her, I would say you're definitely 15 feet under her.
15 feet? That's still
Yeah.
too close. That's still too far. All right, I'll stay where I'm at for now. What is this? Oh, it's an action. I don't really need that yet. Is that a... It does not say, is this an... Oh, it's an action. Okay. Well, I don't need to use that now anyways because I'm killing it. That'll be my turn for now.
Okay. Up next is going to be the goblins. You see the goblins are like, what is happening? And they kind of look up and see the hag. They're like, no, truck! As they see kind of one of their dead comrades just limp at the side of her. She kind of cackles with this horrific laugh as like you see the goblins. They don't really carry weapons. They're just kind of there as sailors. You see they look at the lizard folks like, attack her! As they just command the lizard folk to, you know, attack. So you see Dragon, you're up next.
I'm assuming because everything's going on, it's not within hearing distance of Leon and Ubal if I call out for them.
I would say I can actually have both of them make a perception check, unless you guys wouldn't be like even hearing or looking for stuff. It is like loud comparatively, especially with like the waves hitting the ship. I would say both of you can make a perception check with disadvantage. The DC will be 12. So
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I'm
Leon,
probably listening to the ship.
yeah,
so-
Leon and Ubala, go ahead and make a perception check with disadvantage.
I agree. We're listening, but we're not like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Neither of you hear anything.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
we got
you
this,
guys just hear
boys.
like the whacking of the ship right up against
Oh,
it.
wait, I have a D4, don't I?
What's that?
Oh, I have my D4 from deductive intuition. I forgot to look at that.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to use the D4, you can. Okay, Leon, you barely hear the scream of like the goblins telling the lizard folk to, you know, attack the hag. You would hear that clearly. So you may go ahead and roll initiative if you would like to get involved.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll roll initiative.
Okay, cool.
We're still like underneath the grate though.
Yes, you are. I would say Ubala's on you too, so Ubala's kind of like being dragged
I'm
by
just on your
association.
shoulders.
Yeah, just being.
Great and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'll just walk up here, get to the grate. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
All right, so so it's not your turn yet. You will actually go after the hag goes, which the hag is next. So you do see the hag starts to kind of cackle, and you see as she laughs, her mouth kind of splits open, and you do see barnacles and tentacles kind of shoot out as she has this horrific sight. I need everyone within 30 feet of her, so that's pretty much everyone except for.
Yeah, this is why I look in people's mouths before I do.
Except for the goblins on the edge. These two actually would be. Yeah, these two are the only ones that are not gonna make it. But
Yeah,
everyone.
but how far up in the air is she?
She's about 15, 20 feet.
Wait, did me and
So-
Leon get out of the
No, not
boat?
yet.
The middle. Okay,
Nope,
so
not
we're
yet.
not rolling it.
Yeah.
What was the hag's initiative?
The hag's initiative was 14.
Did I go again or?
You already went, yeah, Dragon. I thought you already went. Oh, no, never mind. You didn't go. Yeah, I don't think you.
No, I just did the held action from the last turn.
Yeah, shit, my bad. Go for it, Dragon. It is your turn.
Yeah.
So we're here. All right. Yeah, this is the only way. So I'm gonna bonus action steady. Actually, do I have that yet? No, I don't. Sorry, I forgot. I'm level 1.
Yeah, you guys are level 1.
Shit. Not much I can do. So I don't even have cunning action. I'm just gonna take a shot again with my short bow.
Go for it. 20 hits, Jesus, for 10 points of piercing.
Nice.
Yeah, she seems to take the piercing damage.
Yeah. Nothing I can really do for my bonus. Oh well.
Where's a barbarian? When you
Yeah, I'm
need
gonna
it?
do this. I'm gonna use my hero's action for the day.
Okay,
And I'm gonna cast Frostbite on her.
gotcha. All right, go ahead and make a spell attack, please.
She.
Oh, no,
she
Frostbite's
needs
a
to
saving
make
throw?
con save.
All right,
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. Okay, she does. Does she? No, she doesn't have advantage, so it's just a regular con save. 19, that passes.
Passes, nothing happens.
Cool. All right. She laughs as you see like the ice starts to build up, but she kind of like almost like wipes it off like it's just like some more water, and it like quickly just evaporates and just turns to water in her hand. She like kind of catches it. Anything else for your turn, Dragon?
Bonus action, nothing yet.
Oh.
I'll stay where. I mean, is there any place nearby I could take for cover?
I mean, you could go like, not really. She's like up in the air, so it's kind of hard
Got
for you to take
yeah,
cover from
okay.
here.
Yeah, I just stay where I am for now.
Cool.
That's my turn.
After that, it is the hag's turn. You know what? She's actually going to try to push one of the goblins off as well. She looks over at this goblin here. She's going to go ahead and make a shove attack against it. As you see a ton of like a wave just comes out and tries to push the goblin. So it will be an opposed athletics. So this is going to be just plus her strength. The wave is going to just have her strength. So, wow. Okay. The goblin needs a nat 20 to beat this. Okay. You see the goblin gets pushed off as the wave, like he's like, ah, the captain. You see the captain goes overboard. And then
I
just
love
kind
that
of,
your mic peaked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just hear the goblin like scream out, help, help, captain, captain overboard.
Yeah, like one of those like SFM videos.
I'm sorry. So the captain went overboard.
Yeah. The captain went overboard.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You see, that's,
I'm not
let me
sure if I
see.
can reach him either.
Yeah, you do see she will go ahead and actually jump off and go into the water as well. So she will go ahead and just do
Oh
that.
yeah, the captain's gone.
You see she lands like delicately on the water. Let me see. So that movement would technically be, yeah, around, I would say that's probably like she can go one more square. But that
Did
is
you ever
like,
get within 10 feet of me?
no, not at any point.
Yeah.
She jumped, yeah. She just jumped off and landed. You see she jumps and delicately lands on the water as if it's just clouds. And you see she turns and looks towards the captain. After that, Leon, you run up the stairs. It is an action, unfortunately, to remove the metal barrier. So you can do that if you want, Leon.
I was going to not do anything to the metal barrier and just like shoot through the grate at it, but
So the,
unfortunately,
yeah.
it's no longer above me, so
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah, the metal barrier is actually over the metal grate. And that's the only thing that's preventing the water to get in. You saw it did get lifted up, but then it got put down. So
Okay, awesome. Yeah, Yeah, should I roll for that? Or...
yeah, no, you don't need to roll for that. You do have a hero action for the day if you would like to use another action. That's up to you.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna drag my hand across the boards and pick up a handful of dry splinters. Push open the grate, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Magic Stone on them. Then I'm gonna hurl one of the splinters at the hag.
Okay, yeah, you go outside, and then you see like your companion's looking over to where she dropped. You quickly turn your head over. You will have disadvantage as you make it is a attack, right? It's not a saving throw.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay, it's an attack roll. Yeah, you will have disadvantages. You can barely see her. She is kind of like very much well disguised in the ocean. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Awesome. Hold on. Gotcha.
Ubala, you're on top of her. Ubala, you can roll initiative as well. But you are outside. You are outside with Leon, with him.
That's with. Okay, hold on. I just straight up forgot to roll this.
Yeah. Okay. So, ooh, Ubala with 22.
This is a lower attack roll. Yeah, this is an 8.
8? Yeah, 8 misses as you like toss it at her, and she's like able to like use one of the waves to just smack it out of the air. Ubala, because you rolled so high on initiative, I will say you can have a free turn as well. Leon, anything else after you do that?
No, that's my action, my hero action, and.
Okay, great. It would be after that. It is the two lizard folk. You see the lizard folk look out, and one of them will jump into the ocean and try to get to the captain as quickly as possible. You see, goes over and says, like, "Help me! Help me!" The lizard folk is like, "Shut up!" And just goes over and grabs him, and will go ahead and try to swim back. And will use half his movement to climb up this thing. So he's not going to get all the way on top of the ship, but he's at the side of the ship. He will make an athletics check as well. Actually, I want to see how well this lizard folk does.
Can I see him?
No, you currently do not see them. They're on like the side of the ship, and they're like he doesn't have enough movement to get to all the way up top. or even like the top of the ship, so you don't see them at the moment. He does okay. He still does the bare minimum he needs to just get on the side of the ship, especially carrying someone else, so they don't even get to the top. So right now, none of you see them. They're kind of just out. They're on the side of the... You hear them, but you don't see them.
We saw them jump off it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so we know
Ubala, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Is this the free action? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, because you rolled so high in initiative, I'm just giving you like a free turn.
Okay. So I can't really do too much because I don't know where she's at because she went into the water.
You do
So-
know, I mean, you do see her. Like, you do see where your companions are trying to shoot at, especially Leon. You just saw Leon toss a rock over yonder.
All right.
Actually, it was a splinter from the ship.
Yeah.
So with the being the mastermind, I'm going to use the. Let me find the name of it. Or not? Maybe I won't find the name of it. I thought I got. Oh no, I'm not the mastermind. Sorry, that's the old one. I can't really do too much right now, but I can go
Okay.
find her. Wait, so she's up on the mast.
No, she is now currently in the ocean.
Yeah, she jumped
Oh.
down from the
Yep, she
mast.
jumped down from the mast onto
She
the.
did jump
Yep,
down.
yep, she jumped down. And like you saw Leon just chuck a rock at her. A magic
Yeah, I
stone.
don't got much.
Okay, all right.
I can't do much. I will hold an action to attack if she comes within range of Leon.
Gotcha. Neve, you are up. I'm assuming you're gonna do the same. Just hold an action.
Yeah, I'll hold an action.
Okay, cool. You're holding an attack. Riven, you are up again.
It's time for more
Really?
booze. Here we go.
Riven's gonna fucking move over here. Can I
Yeah.
see the two guys down there?
Yes, you can. Now you can see them on the side. I mean, the ship isn't that tall because it's again, it's meant for Goblin. It's I would say the height of the ship from the ocean is maybe about 10 feet. But you see they haven't even gotten like anywhere. Like they're still like on the ocean side at the moment. They're at the very bottom.
Let's see what I can do here. Right, okay. Could I, if I dangled myself off, could I reach them and help them up?
That would be the help action, and yes, you can if you want to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You use your action to kind of dangle out and help them, and they will be able to get up on your turn, or on their turn, which does lead back to the goblins. The goblins will kind of start to head towards the middle, knowing them seeing like their allies getting blown off the ship. One of the goblins like hides behind Neve and Leon, and one of them's like close to Dragon, like protect us, please. And then the one goblin you're able to pull up very quickly. So the one goblin gets back on the boat, and the lizard folk is like kind of extending its hand for waiting for you to help it again. So it'll be able to get up on its turn.
Alright, yeah. The Riven will continue to hold himself out there.
Okay.
With his kind of cloak blowing in the wind as he fucking waits for the lizard man to grab on next.
Yeah. Ubala, are you doing the same thing? You're just gonna hold an action?
Holding the action, waiting for it to come around.
Gotcha. All right, Dragon, you're up again.
I'm gonna maneuver myself to the side of the ship. I look down in the water. Do I see the hag?
Yeah, you do see her. She is still like kind of translucent, so you will have disadvantage on any attack rolls.
Alright, one sec.
Cool.
Alright, so I was gonna like look down at her. It's like, now's a better time than any to use this stupid thing. Like I pull out the wand, the magic missile.
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, that automatically hits. Yeah.
I aim down at it. I expend 6 charges.
Ooh.
Casting a 6th level magic missile. That's 8d4 plus 6.
Oh shit. Yeah, roll your damage.
All 6 charges, baby.
Dude.
Execution on
That's
that, though.
30 damage.
Oh my, she looks so hurt. You see, she's like,
There's also seven charges.
literally just kind of like shoots out like in almost like missiles, like anti air missiles, just and just like all collide into her as like she screams this painful scream, and you just hear her like and yeah, that hurt. Is that the end of your turn, or do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Let's do it here.
He moves.
Okay, you're moving. All right, cool.
Yeah, I just moved back to where I was.
All right, cool. Great. You see, she will go ahead and glide up to the ship. Ubala, she does get within range, so you can go ahead and make an attack if you'd like.
Yeah.
It's not with
Okay.
disadvantage, so you're fine. It's just a flat roll. 16. Finish her.
Oh yeah. As soon as like she comes within range, Ubala, like her eyes just narrow and lock in on her, and she like pounces really quickly off of Leon's shoulder and just slices right across her neck to like make a quick decapitation with her dagger.
Yeah, you do see her mouth opens like 4 ways as it kind of starts to grow barnacles and tentacles, and you see she's about to do something horrifying and perhaps try to frighten you guys, but you're able to like silence it quickly as like only partially it opens, and then she just
And then
falls backwards into the ocean.
yeah, she lands on like the banister, the railing, and then she flicks the blood off the knife, and she grins like kind of like and that is how it is done.
Yeah, you do see as initiative ends, you guys are out of combat, and you do see Riven. You do eventually help the lizard folk get up, and he looks at you and is like, "Thank you."
The next time you all look at your friend, my friend, remember what I did.
Make a persuasion check. I'd say with advantage or intimidation. It's up to you.
I'm better at intimidation.
All right, cool. Do an intimidation check.
Where's my intimidation? Am I better? Where's my persuasion? Actually, they're equal, but I prefer intimidation. 22.
22. You see, they look at the one looks at you like, yes, I understand.
Then we have an understanding together. Thank you.
Eh,
Have a nice day.
Yes. But yeah, you do see suddenly the storm kind of calms down as soon as she's dead. You do see her body float on top of the water as she starts to turn into kind of water itself. You see her skin start to kind of break loose, like almost like she's a bag full of water, and it just pops.
Can I want to like quickly dive in before it all like goes away, and I want to get like a vial enough of the fluid that was like once her essence.
Yeah, I will say go ahead and make a survival check to see if like you're just make a survival check. Yeah, go for it.
I kind of as well. I kind of look at this creature. Could I tell if it was like undead or what kind of creature it was?
Make a nature check. Yeah, are you proficient in nature or history?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay, so not okay.
No, and also I literally would do this anyway.
Okay, yeah, nature or history.
Awesome, nature.
I have a -1 to both of those.
Yeah, so
My favorite enemy is monstrosities. Does that count?
unfortunately not for this creature.
So,
Oh, can I just go put down like vial of like water hag essence?
Yeah, go ahead and put down a water hag essence.
Nice.
So 12 nature. You've heard of hags in general in the Fae. They're not uncommon. This one must have been kind of waiting to ambush you guys, maybe testing your boat out with a storm. I mean, it's not unheard of that they do this. You know.
Was it like, could she have been like directed or contracted for us?
No, they're very much on their own. They preferred like to do their own bidding. Perhaps she wanted something to do with like the goblin body. Perhaps she wanted some bodies. Who knows what she wanted to do? It's their goals and you know things differ. Some of them are contracted towards you guys. Or some can be contracted, but that's like you have to make a deal with them, and that's like a long process.
And now that her physical form is dead, is like her soul going anywhere, or?
So you know that, I mean, as long as they stay in the Fae, their physical bodies are here. So they once they're dead, they're dead. So,
Okay.
but they're not like rare. So it's not like, you know, there's only like a certain number of hags. There can be plenty of there can be plenty of sea hags.
I was just asking is like if it's possible that information could have transferred back somehow.
No, yeah, you honestly, you feel like this is just like a random occurrence. Like the thunderstorm, was her probably testing your ship and just making sure it was like how strong it was and who was there. And then the second storm, the one that caught up, was just her kind of finalizing her attack and ambushing. Definitely predatory, a lot more predatory.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Does the goblin that she took is he still alive?
no, you look, he looks like you can grab the body if you'd like, Ubala.
I mean, I won't.
Okay.
I'm not getting
Yeah,
in
you
the
see the
water.
body is just in the water. You see the captain, Captain Kilov is like, no, leave Chalk in water. Let him rest. We cannot carry dead weight. We have more journey to go on.
This is true.
Well, since
Honestly, admiring your practicality there. Wow.
Yes,
Is he just dead?
yeah, you think it's dead.
Where's the body at?
Oh, it's tied next to her. So like a part of her's still kind of floating. Her clothing's still floating.
Okay,
But you just see the goblin like tied to her, and the goblin's kind of like starting to sink a little bit. You do see like with your, it's not hard, but like now that the storm's lighting up, you can see the goblin's like dead. Like it now looks like a pale color compared to the other ones. It seems like there, you don't see any injuries or anything like that. Make a perception check since like you guys are kind of looking out, and the ship is sailing as well. So like you guys are moving past the body very quickly at this point too. With an 11, it just looks like he's dead. You're not sure what he died from, but you can grab the body if you want. But the captain Kilov suggested you know, leave the body alone.
I mean, I'm not that concerned. Ryu will do
Okay.
a small wrong character.
Yeah.
Riven will do a small prayer, watching the body as it floats away.
Cool.
Kind of basically, if I didn't actually choose this language, is anyone who hears it basically asking the Raven Queen to grant him safe passage into whatever afterlife he is being sent to.
Cool. Trock the bosun is dead. So there is room now open for a bosun. You see Kilov kind of looks over to you guys like, who, anyone want to be the bosun?
what is
Fuck's a
that?
bosun? Riven would know. What the fuck's a bosun? I don't know.
Yes. So
You're like a quartermaster, I think, kind of thing. I don't remember exactly.
yeah, so it manages the deck hands and is pretty much you take on, you're pretty much kind of like a general, pretty much a general, like you can do everything, like a little bit of everything.
Oh,
But your
you mean
main
like
thing,
second
yeah,
line,
your main
right?
thing is you tend to like the deck, like you essentially make sure everyone's doing their job. You're organizing deck operations and supplies. You would see Chalk as the one who kind of cleans up the supply room and everything pretty constantly, and then also helps around if need to.
Fuck it. Riven knows what he's doing on a ship. He'll raise his hands like, I'll fill this spot until
Cool.
we reach our destination.
Okay, thank you. You see all the goblins look legitimately sad that they lost one of their crewmates. We have to hire another one when we get to shore.
Who was hit during that encounter?
We both got hit by the wave.
I'll cast
Me and
both of them. I'll use my 2 spells. Healing word. This one's for Riven.
Did somebody say Bofa?
This one's for
Stop.
Nia.
Ubala's dead
How did
now.
you-
Crazy.
How does your healing word look?
I don't know.
What's the flavor of your healing word, man?
Healing word.
Yeah, what's the word? What's the word?
What's the word? Is
Yeah.
it drip?
I don't know. I guess you guys kind of see, just to make
Super
it cool,
Jam.
like I just do like a little hand sign. I don't even know what I'm doing myself. I just feel like I'm able to do it. And like I point towards a general direction and the mistletoe. I don't notice it, but you guys notice it because from your perspective, like it kind of glows a little bit.
Ooh, freaky.
No taken. Riven will
And you
give
both
you a
feel-
nod. Riven will give you a nod. Thank you.
Cool. You
No
guys
problem.
heal up. Great. You guys carry on the rest of the day with Chalk the bosun, who's dead. Riven, you
Oh,
take his
no,
place.
We left him, so we don't.
Yeah.
We don't carry on. With
Yeah,
him.
yeah. You guys carry on as the one of the lizard folk. You do notice Riven during the day that one of the lizard folk starts to talk to the other two, and is very like kind of scolding them about what's going on. And with your passive perception, you hear them like, "Look, a big armored man saved my life. No longer look at his friend. We must. We have debt. I have debt. So do not aggravate, Aladrin." And you see the other two kind of comply, begrudgingly.
Good. I will not say anything. I will not interfere.
Cool. All right.
Just a good self-satisfaction.
The night comes as one of the lizard folk will actually take over for you as you get some rest as well, Riven. As a secondary replacement bosun, but the goblins kind of switch on and off. There's a lot less work to be done, especially when the night falls in the autumn court, since night's only a little bit, a little while. And some of the goblins already kind of sleep during the day and then, switch off and make sure there's enough hands on deck to kind of do what they need to do. But yeah, Riven, you can make a perception check. Are you going to be above or below deck? It's your choice. The rain is kind of slowed down by the end of the day. So.
Am I gonna be? If I'm on the deck, I'll spend my watch above,
Okay.
keeping my job. Since I'm up, I might as well keep
Yeah.
doing it. That way the lizardmen can rest.
Yeah.
So I'll be above for now.
All right, cool. Make a perception check, please.
16.
16. Yeah, you kind of look out towards the ocean. Not much to see. The night's quite beautiful here. Slowly but surely the drizzle comes to an end and the storm completely vanishes. Which you're not sure if that was the entirety of the sea hag, or perhaps maybe it just coincided with kind of
Just
her.
perhaps amplification and more.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but yeah, you kind of continue to keep watch. Nothing really comes about from it, and yeah, your watch goes without any interruptions.
All right. I'll head down below deck.
Cool.
I'll wake up the lizardman that's supposed to replace me, and then I'll wake up Dragon. And I'll take my 4 hours.
Cool.
I trance, and so that means I trance total. I made a little thing for myself, see what I turn into. You see my skin tone change back, revert to like when you originally met me. Like
As I
that,
wake
like
you
of
up,
matching an autumn leaf.
nice. As I wake you up, I'll kind of look at you. Whatever you do might be connected with your mistletoe. Whenever you use that magic, it glue. Might want to investigate that.
Really? I just thought it was a lucky charm since it was wrapped around my glove.
Perhaps it's some kind of arcane focus for you. I'm unfamiliar with the ways of perhaps druidic nature controlling your magic through plant life, but it's a possibility. Keep it in mind at least. And then I'll move off and I'll sit down, do the Dark Souls position, and I'll take my train.
Yep.
Oh,
sorry.
and
Dark Souls.
as I look back at Revan, call me Vex. I feel like Dragon was maybe used in my past life, whatever it was, and this is a new beginning.
I see. Then it shall be so, Vex. Have a safe watch.
And I walk out and do my watch.
Okay.
Perception check.
Yes. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
I'm gonna do it manually because I've been rolling shit.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go back.
That was
I
better.
do have a Bluetooth headset, of course, so I'll still hear everything.
Okay, cool. You're good. All right, with a 14, yeah, you're above deck. You don't really notice anything. There's like one lizard folk that's awake, but he like stays clear from you. Definitely like is fighting an instinct in himself and is just kind of like trying his best to just keep away as the other two are asleep. There's about like 2 other goblins that are kind of keeping their hands on deck. But yeah, you don't really notice much. You just kind of notice the day and that's pretty much it. So
How could I use 'cause I don't think we ever done it before. Herbalism kit.
yeah.
How could I use that with the vial of like the water hag? If that's any correlation at all.
So
I've never really done it before.
So for things like messing like with creature blood or with fluids and stuff, you would probably want a alchemical, like a chemical kit.
But I know that because I can make myself proficient during a trance.
Yeah, you would figure like, okay, maybe, this isn't like a plant creature or anything like that. So it seems to be like like an actual creature. It is technically a humanoid, or not like a humanoid, but you know what I mean. It is a creature that is in the form of a human. Yeah, you would imagine that you need like some sort of chemical, like a chemical set.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't have it, but nice to know. All right.
Okay.
Future reference. All
Cool.
right. Yeah, I just do my watch.
Sweet.
I think with the sea hag, I think the best you can do with the sea hag is actually polymorphing type stuff.
Oh, there's other
Like
things you can do.
juices. Yeah, but I think like for a player, I think it's like the more common thing is a polymorphing kind of shit.
That reminds me, and I feel like an idiot for this, but I have like a whole thing for crafting. If you guys want to do that too. So monster parts are useful.
Rafty's nuts.
It was just like monster hunter.
Yeah, so monster parts are useful. Which reminds me, I will give you an accurate like so you took 1 vial of like the hag's blood, correct? Or the hag, yeah, the hag's blood. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, just make sure you guys keep track of monster parts if you do want them. If you just want like a generalized amount of monster parts, I can just give you that. Or if you want like a specific part, there are certain weapons or materials you can make depending on what kind of creature you have and if you're proficient, or you can find someone who is proficient in making creature parts, which is a whole skill in itself. It is separate.
Is that a kit so that I can make myself proficient, or that's something specific to your world that I'd have to find someone that can do it?
You have to you can find the kit, and I will say that it will it could be equivalent depending on what the monster type is. It can be equivalent to like a smithing's tools or chemical tools.
Okay.
So yeah, you can find an equivalent, but there is specific tools needed for it.
I would ask what stat it would be actually based off of, but I imagine it probably varies.
Yes, it varies on the creature and what you want to use it for.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I was assuming.
cool. All right, so I will need to bring up that folder because I made that a long time ago and I need to find it now. Yeah, you guys are, your watch goes without any interruptions as you kind of study the hag's blood, or at least look at it. Yeah, you guys have a long rest. Everyone's back to full health, and the day looks bright. And as you guys kind of all get up, you see Kilov, the captain, kind of yells out, Land ho! Ration check. Yes, thank you for the ration check. Everyone, you guys eat a ration. As you guys do see coming up, you guys notice above, yeah, you guys are at 5 rations now, yeah, as well.
Oh, how come? Oh, okay, this is a new character sheet. I was like, well, I feel like I have a lot. All right.
Yeah.
5.
You guys are -5 rations at the moment. But yeah, you see Kilov kind of yells out, and you guys finally do see what looks like to be land. And it is a beautiful sight to see land. You guys have a few more hours before you guys actually land on shore. It's been 5 days of the journey, and it seems you guys have gotten there a little bit earlier than previously stated. But you do know there is some more journeying to go. It is a day's worth after getting onto land to get to the village, the Red Wheat Village, where you need to meet the prophetess. Let me get her name real quick.
Bembo. No.
Yes.
Is that
No.
mean for
My Gris. Her name is My Gris.
My geese.
My Gris.
Oh,
My
My
geese.
geese.
it is your grace. Thank you.
But yes, you guys are headed to the Red Wheat Village in the Foul Sanctum. And right now, you guys land. And you see, you guys look at the Foul Sanctum, and you do see there is a bunch of kind of like woods. Like the shore quickly turns into what looks like kind of dry land, and then onward, it looks like trees and forests, and you do see kind of ahead there are like hills and not really many mountains, but hills that you can see kind of beyond. The trees here vary in color. A lot of them are orange, yellow, some green here and there, but mostly the orange yellow color, especially some of the pale types too. Not a lot of dead trees, so it seems like a very healthy area. You do kind of look above the sky, and there are a whole bunch of different types of birds that are kind of just naturally here, from what looks like, different type of colored birds, birds that you would find probably in the material plane, and just kind of very beautiful colored looking birds that kind of match the all around atmosphere of the Autumn Court, and especially the Foul Sanctum. Yeah.
Before we go any further, do we have enough time to work in the 5th skills check thing?
Yeah, I would say you guys could do that like right before you get to shore. So everyone right now is at 5 on their skill checks or on their skills.
Yeah, I got skills.
I got skills.
Yeah, you got skills. So yep, you guys continue kind of training your skills and what you would like to do. Yeah, you guys successfully get to shore. Unfortunately, no one rolled a nat 1, and that sucks. But hey, maybe next time.
Instant death.
I had a special.
Does that suck?
I had something really cool
Alduin.
planned. Yeah, it's Alduin. Yeah, you guys fight Alduin again. Crazy.
Whoop his ass again,
Yeah, yeah.
Dog that bitch.
But yeah, you guys get onto land, and it's quite lovely. It's very beautiful. Forests as far as the eye can see. And you see Kilov looks at you, Bala, and says, "All right, I guess payment has been the debt has been paid. If you need,
Right, I do have to pay him, don't I?
yes, you do.
I will pay them. Because I believe you said I would have the money to pay.
Yes,
right?
you would. Yeah, you would have the money to pay them. So you give them the gold, and that leaves you with about 10 gold left, I believe.
I used 5 in the gambling, so I got 5 left.
Okay, cool. You have 5 gold left. Sweet.
Chad.
Yeah, you guys are on the shore now. You see the lizard folk continue to stay onto the ship. And Kilov looks at you guys. I'm starting to get a British accent too, god damn it.
Yeah. What's that?
Oh yeah, well, it's
Yeah. God damn. You see Kilov looks at you guys and say, thank you for defending us. We'd all be dead if not for you. We will stay here for a little bit, but good luck on your journey.
You as well.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
wish you all the best of sailing.
All right, my friends, it is time for you to meet the prophetess. The one that the bimbo wanted me to find.
Jesus. So mean. Yeah, so you guys are on the Foul Sanctum Island on the most northern shore, or on the most northern end of the island itself. The island is not all around that big, but it will take at least another day or so to get to where you need to, the Red Wheat Village, which Ubali you would know is kind of famous for its
Red wheat.
yeah,
Red
it's
wheat.
it's red wheat, and also like the hills that are there are just full of the wheat itself, and it's a very it's a very special wheat because, you know, if you want to
Very
make...
weedy wheat.
Yeah, it's very weedy. It's like mini wheats. It's also
is it
it's also
whole
good because if made with if it's used to make alcohol, it's some of the most pumpkin tasting alcohol you could ever have. It's like pumpkin flavored.
Darn, I was gonna say if it's
Yeah.
red, then it's strawberry Wheaties.
Nah, dude, no. It's everything here is pumpkin flavored. Pumpkin spice. Everything's pumpkin spice here. Yeah.
They're all your fucking white girl
Oh,
Starbucks. Some of them pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
Disgusting. My
Uh,
friends, it will take us some time to get to this next location, but the priestess awaits to give you everything you need and hopefully answer the questions that I cannot answer.
Hopefully. We will see when we arrive.
Just be respectful, or I don't know what will happen.
yeah. So, you guys, I guess continue onward. By the time you get to the shore, it is kind of, you would imagine midday. There's a few more hours until night hits, or before you guys get tired physically. If you want, you could stay here near the shore, or you can just continue on in your journey if you would like to.
I would leave that choice up to our guide.
Ubala, what is your decision?
Ubala wants to. Well, I mean, we can take a rest if we need to, but she is going to be the kind that's like, let's get this over with. She wants to get this whole hero
Yeah.
mess out of the way. She wants to finally be released of her, I guess, curse at this point.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys continue onward after kind of getting off the ship and getting on shore, getting all you guys' equipment going. Yeah, you guys continue kind of onward towards where you are, what your destination is, the Red Wheat Village. So, as you guys continue onward for the day, let me switch music now.
Hey, Jared, is there like a sign that the Wild Hunt is like coming for us?
No.
Like no, okay, just making sure. It was like no, like not like precognition, I guess, but like a pre-moment where we know they're upon us.
No.
Like it gets cold.
Yeah, does it get cold?
No, the Wild Hunt is not the same as the Witcher Wild Hunt.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
making sure. I didn't know what you were modeling
No,
after.
no. The Wild Hunt's very mysterious. There are several creatures at play that make up the Wild Hunt itself.
I don't know how effective they'd actually be if they had like a sign.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of the whole point of the Wild Hunt, you know? Not
No,
the,
I meant like immediately like upon us. Like they
Oh,
are like right over our heads.
Yeah, there's no like clear signs. It's pretty much
Is there no clear signs, or is it there has been no one to live to take?
yeah, there's no one pretty much that's lived to tell the tale.
Black spot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. So you guys continue onward towards your kind of destination, and as you guys are continuing onward, you all are able to continue walking for about half a day's trip, so you will not need an encounter check as you guys rest kind of like in the middle of this forest. Ubala, this forest is called the Sleepy Branch Forest. You do see it does feel very it does feel very like homey. Feels very warm and welcoming. The weather's really nice here. The trees all look alive, and there aren't like piles of like dead leaves. They're all just on the trees, just permanently kind of attached to the trees. There is random nuts and fruits kind of everywhere. Sometimes it's safe to eat them. You would imagine this is maybe one of the times that you could perhaps eat of these, but it's still a risk because you never know if there might be an archfey around, but who knows?
My friends, I would say you can eat the berries, but it is a 50-50 chance if you are feeling hungry, like a little snack. But don't do it.
Yeah, you do know some of the fruit is probably some of the most delicious out of all the courts, even the spring. The autumn court is kind of praised for its just delicious fruits and vegetables that it grows here naturally.
As delicious as they are, I would not suggest it. No.
I'll eat one.
You'll eat one? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a D100 for me. It's like you pick one and eat one. Cool. Yeah. You eat it. It's delicious. It's probably some of the best tasting fruit that you've ever had.
Uvala is gonna look around like, oh no, what archface gonna come out?
Yeah, you look around. Nothing happens.
Oh, that is good. You are lucky, very lucky.
So
I don't know if any of you understand, but
you would imagine since he's eaten and it's fine, this whole area is probably fine then, since this isn't like a demi-plane that belongs to any archfey.
Oh, good. Everybody collect some berries for the trip. Very delicious.
Yeah, so good.
No,
I mean, I
Rickon
am.
does not trust.
Oh.
the-
Cool. Yeah. So
It's not-
who's actually picking up the berries? Or
Me.
like, okay, all right, Riven. Yeah, you start picking up berries. Make a survival check for me. 5. I will say even with a 5, you get like 5 rations worth of berries and stuff, kind of in there. They will.
Kind of hard to fuck up picking.
Yeah. I will say they will expire in 3 days, so just make sure you eat them.
It's good berry, but like not.
I'll get some too.
Okay. Make a survival check. With a 9, I'll say you also get 5. They also do expire within 3 days, so keep that in mind.
So eat those.
I'm gonna pull a mortar and pestle out of my kit and try and like mash these into like preserves.
Yeah, sure. With the nature check of 11, I'll say, yeah, you're able to do so. Do you have any empty vials or any jars or anything like that?
Yeah, there's like a little honey jar in my.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you kind of, you're able to kind of magically airtight seal it up. And yeah, you got some preserved autumn court berries. Yeah, there you go.
Autumn court jam.
Yeah, there you go. It's got some autumn court jam.
Uba will collect some berries, I guess.
Does that count as rations for their sake? Or?
So for the jam, I will say it could be used to kind of add some, flavor to anything.
So I'll make a survival
just a
or
nice
nature
little-
check as well.
So I will say, you guys in this area, I will say the fruit here is called they're called cinder peaches.
Oh.
So you guys
Are
have
they
some.
actually peaches?
No, they're just kind of like the generalized name for like, because there's so many fruits and things around here. They're essentially just all called that. The berries.
You don't have 20 variants of fruit.
Yeah, no, I don't. Okay, they're called cinder peaches. Okay, don't at me. Yeah, I mean you do find peaches. Yeah, make a survival check to see how many you collect. Like the minimum is 5. So with that, you get 10 if you'd like some, like 10 rations worth of these cinder peaches. They will expire though in 3 days. So
Delicious. This is
It's
my
one of those
snack
things
today.
like you can harvest them, eat them now, saves you on the long term things.
Yeah.
Still a smart thing to do.
Yeah. So Leon, you have a jar full of preserves of cinder peach preserves, and you can either use them as a few days. I would say about maybe only cinder pieces. Shut up! Don't at me, dude. Yeah, but you have about maybe, I would say 5 days of rations, or you can use them for like kind of adding into flavors for dishes and stuff, and who knows what that might do. So cool.
My literal flaws is I don't eat food that I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but you guys are able to no maintenance. You guys are able to pick up some berries. It is kind of crazy how delicious they are. They do have like kind of like that it's almost like that addicting bitter taste. Where it's like not bitter enough to like make it vile, but like just that right amount of sweet and bitter that you're like, man, I want some more. Like it just has that nice mix of both. But but yeah, you guys continue on your journey until you start to set up camp and pick up some berries, and Neve sacrificing himself to test whether or not an archfey is around.
Good job.
Yeah, which
Appreciate
are
it, buddy.
so.
What's happening, sir?
But yeah, you guys, set up camp, and you do have a few hours before the sunset turns into night. I'm assuming everyone's going to train again, or anybody else can do something else if they like.
Oh yes.
Train, yeah, until I take my watch, which I have something to do. But
Yeah, same. I'll just keep training.
All right. Everyone's at
That's it.
six.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like I said,
Another
the main stats will take a while for you to like level up or increase. But the skills themselves will be a lot shorter for those of you who are using
if it
skills.
saves me an ASI, I'm all for it.
Okay.
This
all right.
will be the 6th day.
Yes. So this will be the 6th day of training that you guys train. And you guys kind of gather together around the campfire. I'm assuming, would you guys make a fire, or would you guys kind of be more subtle? Actually, I should mention that.
Ubala would suggest not doing
Okay.
that.
All right.
She will always suggest not doing that.
Cool. Yeah, ration check. You guys eat some more rations. Those of you who picked up the berries can have the berries if you'd like. They're very nutritious and very sweet. Those of you also who cool. Those of you who are eating, who's eating berries for rations?
Me?
I need both of you to roll me a d20, please.
Sounds
Oh
good.
shit.
That's crazy. Ooh.
Okay.
Alright.
Nine.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. You guys eat your rations. Everyone trains and then eats and then kind of prepares for sleep. You guys, set up camp. I'm assuming everyone has a
Wait, can I cast Detect Poison and Disease on them?
yeah. Yeah, you cast detect poison and disease. There's no poison or disease on them. They just seem like berries.
Okay. I also have Detect Magic, so I'll use that. I'll use that at the end.
Okay, cool.
We're all gonna die.
Why do you say that?
I don't know.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
And then Alduin comes out. He is the archfey.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What are you guys doing here? No, but you guys, set up. Everyone has beds or tents, correct?
Yeah. I have
Sleeping
a
bags.
bed
Okay.
roll.
All right.
I have a person's face.
Cool. All right. Yeah, the weather is fine. It's lovely. It's a little chilly, but you guys have enough. Your bedrolls are enough to kind of make sure you keep warm, in which you do so. So, everyone, goes.
I'll keep your face warm.
Yeah. You guys start to head to bed. Riven, I'm assuming you're taking watch again.
Yes, though I do have something I want to do. partway
Yes.
through.
Yep.
So you want me to make a perception check first, or
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check first. Yeah, you keep watch out as the rest of your crew goes to sleep.
I'm
17.
going quite good with perception.
Yeah.
+2.
Yeah, as you're kind of looking out, you don't really notice anything. You do hear a lot more noises of critters, kind of, bugs and things like that. You hear what sounds like creatures, kind of small critters just roaming around. Nothing to kind of set off your alarm. You kind of are able to, recognize recognize the footsteps of like something that's heavy and coming at you, or going away from you. And a lot of these footsteps sound like once they notice you're there, they like run away from you. So nothing that bring alarm. With your perception check, I would say you do see a couple rabbits kind of running across and kind of near you, and then kind of running away. Deer as well.
Walkers.
Yeah. If you'd like to kill a deer, you can. It's up to you.
I ain't fucking
Okay.
fucking with some possibly archphase land, bro.
Yeah, deer are more likely archface.
I've been closely tied to the Feywilds with the Shadow Fey. I imagine I know Archfey can be fucking tricksters. I ain't messing with them.
Yeah.
Taking that chance.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I also don't have a bow, so I'm gonna fucking firebolt one.
Hey, man, you'll get an instant cook.
Nice charged sear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't really notice much. It all seems pretty quiet and on the up and up.
Okay. Once I know people are safe, Riven's gonna stand up and he's gonna walk into the forest.
Okay.
About 5 minutes away, where people wouldn't be able to hear me.
Yeah, gotcha.
I'd be out of sight, out of hearing. I don't know if I need to make a stealth check or anything, because one of us is trancing, so they might actually wake up.
I would say if they're going off to trance, if you go far away enough, they cannot hear you.
Just the idea that when I'm walking away, I mean, I'm going far enough to where they can't hear me. I'm just when I'm walking away, because I do have heavy ass armor.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want me to make a stealth check to leave.
Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check. Since you're kind of you're trying to sneak away.
Well, I'm in plate, so this is at this. With
Okay,
a one point.
gotcha.
Let's
What's
go.
your passive Vex?
Sadly, 16.
16. All right, you need to be 16.
I have to roll good. I have to roll 17 or higher on both.
Yep.
No.
So you start to sneak away, and Vex, you're kind of slightly startled a little bit as like your trance breaks. You see Riven kind of sneaking away from camp.
He's not super quiet. He's not good at stealth to begin with, and he has heavy armor. So
Yeah.
Yeah, given the past interactions with him, he seems like pretty trustworthy enough that he's
Yeah.
not going to betray us or anything. I'm just going to go back to my trance.
Okay, cool.
Mind my business.
Yeah, all right.
joke's on you.
Yeah.
He'll walk out like 5, maybe 10 minutes out, a good distance where no one can hear him.
Gotcha.
He'll kneel down and start praying to himself, and I'm going to try and contact Ephiel, I believe the name was. Zophiel.
Yeah, Zophiel. Okay.
Try and contact him, see what happens.
All right. So you make a religion check for me.
It's a shame that's intelligence based.
Yeah.
Would I have advantage because they're trying to watch me as well?
Yes, I will say, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would say you have advantage for good reason. Okay, 12.
12.
Yeah, you call out for Zophiel. You don't hear anything. You don't notice any change in like the wind or anything like that. It seems like they're not here, which is curious.
It's not supposed to be the case.
That's not. Yeah, they're supposed to be here, at least watching you somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, that is very much what kind of gives you the a little bit of a red flag that things already seemed off when you first arrived here anyway. First of all, you're with other folks who aren't
Shadar
Shadar Kai or working for the Raven Queen.
I wasn't supposed to be with people to begin with.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of a Utra or singular tra. So if you would know that if you continue at least trying to reach out, that might help them, kind of give them like a beacon of sorts to kind of find you in wherever you're at. You're in the Feywild, but obviously they don't know. But the more you kind of show your faith in a way, it is kind of lighting a beacon in a sense.
All right.
Gotta hit him with the hey you up.
How many times can I try this, or can I only try it once?
I would say once per day you can try it.
Once per day. All right.
Yeah, once per day. Seems
Not
like
getting contact. Riven will kind of confirm something that he's been thinking about. He'll head back and finish his watch until So it's Vex's turn.
Cool. Yeah, you go back and you wake up Vex. Vex, your trance is completed as you would probably hear Riven coming back already by the time like it's done, and you are up, and it is your turn to take watch.
You look at me, and I'm now more of an orange-red toned skin with scarlet red eyes again.
Riven, I'll
Vex,
give you a nod, kind of somewhat getting used to your changing.
Vex, I would say go ahead and roll me wisdom saving throw.
Come on now. What about flight?
This is something else.
Oh, there's something else. Oh,
22.
okay, chilling.
You, for a
Yeah,
second,
what are you worried
feel
about?
an overwhelming sense of sadness. You feel like all hope is lost. You feel like you can't escape from whatever this is.
Oh, that's just depression.
Yeah, it
You're
almost
engaging in
does. It almost
depression,
feels
dude? What
like
the hell?
depression, and then you snap out of it. You kind of like get shaken out of it by Riven approaching, and you're like, okay, I'm here. You take a deep breath, and your colors of your skin almost turn to that pale blue that you have, and
So I
you,
go to pale blue.
yeah, and you are able to change back naturally to that color you were intended to go for. So there you go.
I feel a little out of place, but I stand and I reflect on the emotions I was feeling previously and realize it's best just not to try and even remember the past.
Mm-hmm.
And just look forward to the future. And so I'm gonna take watch.
Okay, you go ahead and take watch. Go ahead and give me a perception check as like you're kind of out looking.
Come on. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me do it manual. Eh.
Okay, 15. Yeah, you kind of keep your eyes out. You kind of see the same thing. You see creatures, kind of critters walking around. You hear some of the birds that are still up and kind of fluttering around. You hear what sounds like bats at some point. Actually, by this time, the sunset would come up. Or the sunrise would quickly turn into a sunset again. And yeah, you would actually see pretty clearly there are kind of critters still naturally around. All of them are, not harmful. Some of them get close again. Just curious about who's here in the middle of the forest and kind of go back to their own business. So, but yeah.
Is there any bats around? You mentioned bats.
Yeah, make a perception check. See if you can find some.
11.
11? Yeah, I'd say you find a couple bats that are like kind of starting to fly away right as like your trance starts.
By any chance, I would want to take a bat, probably shoot it down.
Yeah, if you want to make an attack roll, you can go ahead and try to shoot a bat out of the sky if you want.
Alright, take a deep breath and release.
Okay.
16.
16? Yeah, you're able to successfully, like, there's like a few bats in a group, and you just aim at one and you shoot it, and you just hear, as it just falls, like, and just hits the ground.
I pick up the arrow, like I cut it open, and I drain its blood.
Okay,
Wow.
cool. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you have now a vial of bat blood. Cool. Yeah, you do that. You sick freak. No, I'm just kidding.
Sick freak.
But yeah, you have a vial of bat blood. And yeah, you secret vampire. But yeah, your watch kind of goes without any interruptions, and you guys are kind of up and awake. Everyone has their long rest. Everyone wakes up feeling refreshed, kind of great. Flight and, or I should say, Neve and Vex. Both of you kind of wake up and you want some more of the fruit, the cinder peach. You guys can go ahead and consume another ration of the cinder peaches.
Oh god, is it like I'm getting a little addicted and...
Who knows? But you guys eat another ration.
Uh,
Oh, so we don't have a choice. It's like, no, I want a ration right now.
Yeah, you want a ration right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Could Ubala roll an insight for that?
Sure.
possibly?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Ooh, I got fucking shit insight. Fuck it.
Yeah. No, you don't notice anything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is the wrong Ubala.
I'm literally just going to cast detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, you cast detect magic. They don't seem like they're not spewing out any type of school of magic.
Identify.
Are you you casting identify?
Do you do you have the pearl for that?
Yeah, do you? Well, everyone has like 7 uses worth of it. So
Okay,
I
fair.
believe that was like what I had told everyone in the beginning.
That's fair. Yeah, you did. That's fair.
Yeah, so you use up.
you-
I mean, she could do it as a ritual, or he could do it as a ritual, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could do it as a ritual too. So yeah, you could spend 20 minutes if you want for both of those.
Sure.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
No, detect magic. I just cast for free as part.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you do that. You don't see anything. It's strange. It's really weird. You don't catch anything. It's just a mystery to you.
I swear to God.
I swear to God. Yeah, he doesn't find anything. Yeah, it's
Okay. Well, I'm not eating the peaches.
cool. Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah.
I'm
But
gonna get rid of
I
the
don't,
rest
I
of
don't
the
trust,
berries.
I don't
that
trust the
have.
Feywild.
yeah, you toss the rest of the berries if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
awesome.
Yeah, you toss them. Yeah, you're like, all right. You get a little bit sick of it. Yeah, you're able to toss them.
Yeah, I had enough. You know,
Cool.
I had enough,
I grab one.
You grab one. Okay. Yeah, you grab one of the peaches.
Lick the berry. Eat the berry.
Okay, cool. What about you, Vex? Do you want to toss your peaches, or are you good?
Like toss them, throw them away.
Yeah, you feel like you can. You see like Neve throw her peaches away, or like toss them back onto the ground.
Yeah, I'll just leave them.
Okay.
Cause like, do I feel any strange? Like,
No.
I was thinking of getting like this ration, but I just decided to get berries out of nowhere.
Yeah, no. You just
No.
felt like you wanted some more, and you just ate another one, and so you're like, okay, maybe I might want to toss these if you want. You know, it's up to you. It didn't feel like there was any negative effects. Like you didn't feel like you were gonna blow up from being too full, or like you wanted to keep eating. You just had that moment right there. You're just like,
Stuff that that Revan was saying about he doesn't trust the Archfey, was that all like verbal? Did I hear that? Because I wouldn't like know about.
yeah,
like,
Riven. Would you have said that out loud, or would you have said that privately?
Said what?
About like you don't trust the Archfey or anything in the Feywild. Would you have said that out loud?
He would have never said it. He just would have looked at them and be like, yeah, not for me, bro.
Okay, yeah. So you wouldn't have heard that.
I mean, out of character, I wouldn't, but I guess. I mean, I don't know anything, so yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd still keep them. They taste good. I mean,
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, sweet. You keep them. Neve, you can delete the whatever rations you had worth of the
Yeah.
cinder peaches. Cool. You guys continue onward towards the. You still have about. You have half a day's journey left. You guys continue onward. Because you guys have already gone through quite a bit of encounters already. You guys do not need to roll for an encounter for today's trip, as you guys finally arrive at the Red Wheat Village. And as you approach, you do see there are what look like to be 2 guards there, except they are what are called, let me make sure I have this right. They are Mycadin folk. You do see they are mushroom people. This entire village is full of mushroom people. Very, very much heavily inspired by Dark Souls 1. You do see there's like mushroom people walking around, all different colors, shapes, and sizes. Yeah, but you do see there are 2 guards that are kind of at the front of like the village, or what would be the front. The village doesn't have any walls or anything like that. They're just like a couple guards here and there. And it seems like a very small village. Yeah, you guys just see, as you approach, you see the guard says, hold.
I hold.
They kind of look at each other like,
I'll kind of just like refer to Umala and be like, hey.
Yes, my friend. What is it?
who goes there?
It is I, Ubala the Great.
Oh, I believe Migris is expecting you.
Yes, the great Bravitis expects me and the new heroes.
Oh, these are the chosen.
Yes.
You see the guards kind of look at each other and then start to kind of head over and says, "Oh yes, follow us, please." and you guys follow the guards as they head through the village. And this is kind of like what the village, I would imagine, looks like a little bit. Kind of mixture of dried wood, leaves, trees, things like that. It's a kind of a small village. I'll have like a built version the next time we get together, where you can actually see where stuff is. But yeah, it's a smallish village. It's not very big. There's maybe about 60 to 70 people who live here total. Very much.
I probably should have asked this, by the way.
Yeah.
Mentioning like them as being like the new chosen and stuff, is that like a good or a bad idea?
It depends. Most people do believe in the prophecies and believe in like what they stand for. Others just think it's just a big joke, that the gods are just playing a joke on them, and they don't really care. Some people
I'm just making sure.
yeah. Some people also just purely hate the chosen, because they're like, just let us live our lives regularly and things like that. But it depends on who you ask. So.
So they're not going to be just straight up attacked for it, right?
Depends.
Okay. So it's got to be like a very violent circumstance. I'm assuming.
Yes, it has to be like the right crew, the right area for them to be attacked straight up. But for these people, actually, at least, there is a little bit of hope here, at least mostly for the Fey folk, because of the disease that has been kind of ravaging the Fey folk in general for millennia, 2 millennia actually. Yeah, so you would know that the Fey folk definitely believe in the chosen, because they're supposed to also help with the corruption, the disease that's essentially only targeting any Fey folk. So Eladrin, Mycadin people, Garung, the kind of frog folk, Minotaurs, any creature that naturally belongs in the Fey or has lived here long enough to consider themselves Fey. The disease ravages them quite bad, corrupting them, turning into creatures that either they die or they turn into like these monstrous creatures that just destroy each other. So, Fey folk are definitely much more into the prophecy of the chosen. Everyone else is like, yeah, whatever. And even some Fey are like, well, look, it's been 2,000 years. You guys haven't done shit, this scourge is still ravaging us. But it's still unknown how the disease works, because it was man-made, or at least made by other planes, kind of working together to kind of take over the Fey court. And not a lot about it's known. There's not. You would imagine that it definitely originated here. That's kind of like the rumor. That's why the Autumn Court is made up of islands instead of a single continent like its other courts. And you kind of know the explosion area, Apocalypse as it's called, that area that you kind of I had showed you prior on the map, where it's like the blast radius of the bomb that kind of detonated. Yeah.
Motherfuckers got nuked.
Yeah, they did. They got nuked. But you'll learn more about that once you learn the history of the world. Turns out wizards and artificers working together can do quite a bit, especially if they are driven by war and power.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, pretty much. They did what they did best. Make overpowered shit, and they paid for it.
Look, just because I made Del and fucking Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys see the village kind of just full of Mycadin people. You guys just kind of follow the guards in, as you do see there are some shops here and there. Some that are like sewing, like a sewing place. There is an inn within itself. It's less of an inn, more like of a place to kind of drink and eat. Food givers is what they call them, since like there's not a lot of towns that are nearby, and especially with the Mycadin folk, you would know, Ubala, the Mycadin folk are very much a isolated village. They can reproduce quickly enough to make villages, and they can live off pretty much by the land itself. But they're very much anti everybody.
The Mycadin are.
Yeah, the Mycadin are. Yeah, they're very much like we need to save our species and our species alone. So they're very much kind of isolating type of creatures. They're not violent, but they will warn others to stay away.
Oh, so they're elves because they're racist.
They're kind of like worse elves. Yeah,
That's
they're
racist against elves.
they're pretty much they're super racist. They are.
Sometimes you got to use the racism to destroy the racism.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, racism beats racism. Can confirm. Don't quote me on that.
Rock, paper, scissors, racism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're more racist than any other race. Essentially, they do not like it. They're very much xenophobic, if that makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
they sound more xenophobic than racist too.
Yeah, they're very much xenophobic.
They're like these mushroom people.
Yeah, they're pretty much just straight up mushroom people. Some of them are different colors. Some are red, blue. Some of them have like a red cap and like brown body. A lot of them.
Red cap ones, will I die?
You're not sure. They're not like giving off any spores or anything like that. A lot of them don't have any mouths on them. They just have like these beady black eyes. That kind of just that are just there for looks, or at least what you would imagine they look out of. A lot of them don't have mouths, and you're not really sure how they eat or how they sleep. But they all just seem. You do actually would see some of them are kind of like planted in the ground as if they are regular mushrooms, but you do see the beady black eyes, and they're just staring off into like 1,000 yards. They're just kind of like there in groups. They seem to be very much like interconnected. They don't seem to be afraid of each other as a neighbor. And
So this is way off topic.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to tell this story though.
Yeah.
I was in a D&D campaign. This DM uses a magic drink system where we roll D100 we get magic drinks. If you roll 100, you get these special drinks that cause special things to happen. I rolled a 100. I woke up in the middle of the forest the next day and I had mushroom people singing to me.
Nice.
And I was missing a large chunk of my gold.
Very, very nice.
I can't believe I've ran into mushroom people 3 times now because I got that twice.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you guys are guided into what looks like to be a longhouse, kind of like a home, or not a home, but like a building that's a little bit bigger than the others. Not too big. It's about maybe 30 by 20, and you kind of see it's a little bit of a definitely what is it called? Inspired mostly kind of like the Viking longhouses, where they have like that arch to it as well. But again, not as big. It's about maybe like 20 by 30. And as you go in, you do see there's a bunch of kind of like these Myconid guards kind of surrounding this this very old Myconid woman. She has kind of the brownish and yellow body that kind of like wraps around like a spiral, almost like a candy cane, but a lot less clean. So it's like splatters here and there, but it is still that spiral. The top of her head is like a mixture of purple and blue, while the body is brown and I believe I said it was like brown and red. That kind of spirals around. She's definitely multiple colored. And as you guys approach, Ubala, you know this to be Maigris, the prophetess of the Autumn Court.
Wait, did I meet her last time?
I believe you knew of her, but you did not meet her. But she was expecting you, yeah.
Wait, in my iteration?
Yes, yeah, she was. No, not in your iteration, because yours was in a different court.
Ah, that's
yours.
right, okay.
You were from the Spring Court. That was your crew. Your crew was from the Spring.
Can you spell out her name?
Yeah, Maigris is M-A-I.
M-A-I.
Let me double check. G-H.
G-H.
R-I-S.
R-I-S.
Maigris.
My Grace.
My Grace or my Grease. You know, it's up to you. I'd say.
My Grace, I have come. It is I, Ubada the Great.
It's like you announce yourself and you have like this smirk face. You see this Myconid woman who has the beady black eyes, but you're not even sure like if she's even looking at you. She kind of like shakes very heavily and looks up to you. It says, "So, the chosen have arrived."
Yes, chosen ones. Come and introduce yourselves to the Lady Maigris, your prophetess.
yeah, each of you guys kind of enter into the longhouse as the guards do keep watch for you guys. There's about 4 guards total in this longhouse currently, kind of watching over this old kind of Myconid looking woman. And you see she says, "Oh, another century has passed, then, has it?"
You didn't notice?
Well, my kind usually don't keep track of time.
Oh shit! Is this a real body?
Why do you ask?
Because I want to take a sample of it.
You see the guards immediately get like really defensive and pull out like their spears and start like kind of not pointing them at you, but get real defensive. And you see
Playing Leon's shit charisma.
yeah.
My friend, please, you must be respectful to your brothers.
Oh,
Yeah, respect comes from knowledge. If I don't know someone,
Well, at least have respect for your elders.
I mean, my grandfather's okay.
Listen, don't start taking random samples by the gods.
This is my real body, if you're curious. No, you may not have a sample, strange one. Oh, and they wonder why we don't integrate with them. These humanoids. Well,
It seems kind of racist.
well, we have every right to be.
Oh no, I didn't do anything to you.
Oh, what are you, an orc?
Does she has like
Yes.
no wait, she has beady eyes, right?
Yeah, she has those black beady eyes. Yes, you are not even a native to the plane, and yet your kind came here to wage war against our kind. And
I didn't personally do anything.
No, but your ancestors did.
Well, you know, I'm not affiliated with them.
Oh, really?
Your wave, right?
Anyways, I've agreed to continue being a prophetess here in the Autumn Court. It's not my favorite thing to do, but it seems that the god, this unknown deity who has spoken to me, has told me about your arrival here in the court, and you all seem to have been able to get to me without dying, so there's that. So congrats on not dying. But since you're here, you will be tested, you will be judged, and you will train. Now, if you do not agree with this, you may leave and get out of here, out of my sight, and become a betrayer. If you choose to stay, perhaps you can do some good after all, and maybe help some of the other villages, since we could use a medium to help us maybe come in contact with some of the other villages. But for now, you must prove yourselves to our village so that we can trust you and to make sure that you will not betray us or give away our location or perhaps attract anything around here. What say you, Chosen?
Elaborate on the idea of a test.
Well, first, we're going to have you clean the village, since that is probably the most the easiest thing you can do.
I refuse.
Mundane.
No, you will not refuse. You will
It's
do
just
as I.
cleaning. I can't prove anything to you by cleaning.
Oh, yes, you will show humility. And if you cannot be humble, then how can I expect your pride to not take over and your judgment to be clouded?
Well, considering everything's relying on us, I don't really think you're in any position to make demands. We seem pretty important to you guys.
Not that important.
Well, we've been told not to leave. Like, we've been threatened not to leave, like, multiple times, so...
Yes, by not me. I'm here only as a service for this deity.
I mean, I'm here as a service as well, but for somebody else. But my friends, you are important, yes, kind of, but you are unfortunately easily replaced.
Do not forget that apparently more show up every century. If they need to, they can wait.
That is another century, and then you are here for a century. You are trapped. You can't leave. You will be looked on with scorn and so on. You will be spat on, killed, hunted, etc. So you would live a long,
Oh,
maybe.
yes. The hunt doesn't stop. The wild hunt doesn't stop if a century passes. It stops when you're dead.
So you'll be hunted for the rest of your lives, and you can't leave.
Yes, that is another thing that I forgot to mention.
I mean, I'm interested, but not enough to actually make myself a test subject.
Well,
It's
you seem quite curious about taking samples, so why aren't you comfortable with making yourself a test subject?
You're really rude, you know that, right?
Yes, well, I don't particularly like any of you. So, and I'm only doing this.
Well, the feeling's mutual, so.
Yeah, well, great. I'm glad we can come down to this agreement.
Hey, what, Madam Prophetess? I saw an inn that we passed by just now. How about I clean by drinking all the excess liquor? You know, do my part for the town.
How about I have you all tend to the gardens for now until I can come up with a proper task for all of you to do?
Sure.
Very well.
Is that a no to the inn?
Yes, that is a no. You will not partake in any of our food, our traditions, our culture, our drink, or anything until you have been ingratiated into our home. I'm quite serious when I say you will be tested first to see how trustworthy you can be. If you choose to leave, then you can leave. It does not matter to me, but I have the guidance to lead you to strength, to give you the proper tests that will allow you to become strong in the way that you should become strong in. And this one here will also guide you. And she points to Ubala. Because I also know you are still under oath.
Hmm.
So, you all can have a little section outside by the gardens where you will tend to them, and that will be where you sleep, where you eat, and where you train until I can trust you enough to give you another task. But for now, rest. You've earned it with the journey coming here. I'm surprised that you didn't encounter any of the horrific beasts or creatures or any of the archfey. It seems you all came here in one piece.
There was that ugly sea hag, but that was it.
Oh, yes, they are all too common, unfortunately.
My friends, by the way, I wish. Sorry, Megris, I wish to. The reason there is distrust and so on and such is because there is I don't know what the iteration is now. I didn't even keep track, but because of all the people that have been betrayed, all that have died, and all that the pride get in front of them, there is a reason why she wishes to test you, is because she wants to make sure that you will actually be here to help the people before they even bother to even look in your direction. Because of all the previous interactions.
Yes, precisely.
So you should excuse their attitude towards newly chosen, especially the ones that are so rude.
Excuse me, madam. By any chance, do you know who I am?
Well, from the looks of it, you are an autumn eladrin.
I was hoping she was going to say a nobody.
But
See?
other than that, I have no clue who you are. Haven't seen your face before. Quite young, I would say, actually.
Very well. Where is this garden?
Well, it's half a day's journey south from our village here. We tend to keep it private But there are some pests perhaps you can get rid of if you happen to see them. But for now, you will make your way there, and I will fetch you when I need you.
In terms of food, how long are we waiting? We only have so much rations left. We do not want to feed us.
Well, then I guess you should make use of the forest and the food. There is no one here who keeps track of the food by the garden. You may eat around there and only around there. So, but not the garden, but not the garden itself. The garden belongs to us, but all the creatures, plants, and everything around it belongs to us and no one else.
And it's okay to eat these berries, right? I pull out like one ration of the berries.
Depends on where you find them. They are quite addicting, though, so. And I do quite enjoy them myself. It's a little bit of a sweet tooth I have.
I had the idea of making wine myself.
If you can find enough, you are free to do what you please in the garden.
And you cannot, and you are 100% certain that there are no archfays or any tricksters around that will take advantage of such opportunities.
I've been living in this village for a couple centuries. I can almost guarantee there is not. For we have claimed the land.
I simply wish to be assured of that. The archfey are not something I wish to deal with.
You seem to know quite a bit about this land. Where are you from?
I was born of the Shadowfell, not too dissimilar from the Feywild.
Ah, the sister plane. You do reek of death, so that makes quite a bit of sense.
I kind of gesture to the raven. Is it to be any other way?
Well then. You all should be on your way. I will fetch you when it is time.
Raven will begin to make his way.
Cool. I will have some of the guards guide you to the gardens, so that way you don't get lost.
I appreciate it, Madam Prophet.
Mike.
Madam Prophet is what I meant to
Yeah.
say.
I gotta go to bed, so
All right.
I'll stick to the schedule.
For sure. You see she starts to order the guards to kind of guide you guys over to the gardens as you guys start to head out. It is a few hours before you guys get there, but I think we will end it here. As next time I will have a village for you guys to actually see, and also the gardens. So
Yeah.
but yeah, you guys made it to the village with only one person dying. You know, only one casualty. One casualty.
Goblin. But to be fair, that happened before we even knew what was going on.
Yeah, it did. And it was funny because when you guys rolled perception, the hag originally rolled a 12, and no one got above a 12 the first time. So you guys didn't see the goblin just get deleted.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, there you go.
What was that mechanically? Was it like a homebrew thing?
Yeah, no, for sure. I am having a lot of fun with the creatures of the Feywild and stuff.
I'm having a lot of fun with the flavor on this.
I was just
Yeah.
You're really great at adapting your knowledge on the fly for random questions.
Yeah.
I was just really curious about that. I was like, there's no way that's a hag, an actual hag stat block wise.
No. Yeah, I always homebrew my creatures, especially depending on where they're at, and definitely hags will do different things. Not all of them will have the same kind of ability. I like to have just kind of make up shit that I like, or that makes sense to me at least. So
Yeah. I was just curious because you're calling it a hag. I'm like, I don't know the hag stat.
no,
block
yeah,
right
yeah,
now, man. So
I
know
will.
they were stronger than what we were ready for.
Yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
I like that I guessed the sea hag before it even happened.
Yeah. It was for sure a sea hag. There's no mistaking it for it. Yeah, it's pretty good. But sweet, we'll pick it up the weekend after, or the Friday after, and
Shame to get this every other week, but oh well.
yeah, unfortunately I do have to stick with my other group because they are enjoying the other Feywild campaign as well. So they're in the spring court right now. So Um,
See
What,
what happens
what level
next
are they
week.
right now?
they
Obviously-
are they're level
Oh, still batch
they're
phase,
level
yeah.
3 at the moment. I think
so
I think
they're
we
not that much
I
better than
think yeah
us.
I think we started them off at 3 because I had so this is my IRL group. I had started them off like we had started over so many times that I was like I don't feel like doing this again, and so I was like level 3. And this is like the first time like we're actually sticking to a campaign because one of my buddies like asked me to DM for his group because his group disbanded, and so like their DM disbanded, and it was funny because after like one game their DM joined us, and now I have a group of 9. So
Oh my god.
yeah, it's quite a bit. So I have to literally time everybody, but yeah, there's a group of 9 now that we go every other Friday, and I was like, all right, cool. And
Sounds like an
unfortunately,
absolute nightmare.
yeah, it is a nightmare, but it's a lot of fun, especially if it's in person. I think it's a lot. If it would have been online, I think it would be worse. Actually, I think like more people online is worse, but more people in person is fun. That's just my opinion.
I mean, yeah, everyone has their limits.
Yeah. But yeah, they unfortunately Fridays is the only days that work for them. So I was like, shit, I gotta, kind of juggle the schedule. But yeah, we'll pick it up the Friday after, so you guys get a free Friday, and get time to work on what your goals are or what you want planned. If you even want to stay in this village, you guys could just like agree to leave, and that's you can do that if you want. Find your own way.
I mean, I can say Riven second.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you guys have the whole week or a couple weeks to figure it out, and
Unless you with me.
yeah,
Fine.
yeah. Ubala, what is that?
That's
Quintus, Quintus under the armor. Yeah, that's that. Quintus only had he was photoshopped.
That was it was it was a good picture day. I just look really good for that.
See,
day,
I
you know,
would.
it was,
Is that like would that be a cleric? Because that seems like it would be like a friar.
No, it's
Oh, Bomber?
obviously a way of what's a drunken master monk.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, drunken master. Yeah.
it's just the chef class.
I would imagine like it would be like a drunken master, except it would be like replaced with food.
Oh
Yeah,
actually,
that's
you
what I'm
know,
thinking.
Yeah.
you know what it is. Have you guys looked at D&D Beyond homebrew thing? And there's one called the Garlic Bread Domain Cleric.
No, I have not.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not balanced at all. It's
Yeah.
just one of those goofy haha.
Yeah.
But one of the